the deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at the...
That's how to start a show.
Solana, one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Queens, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song, can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You speak the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet.
Ready to go, streamers. I'm ready to go.
Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Feels like a summertime show. No Crowder, no Jimmy. Just me and Solana. Get into that summer mood, and people take days off, and just is what it is. But it's not even summer yet, is it? Not even summer.
No, I don't think it's summer, and it doesn't feel like summer to me, Hawk. I got to be honest, because we got the NBA Finals tonight. Does not feel like summer yet.
This is a big one. Game 4, Madison Square Garden. I am riding with the Spurs, as I have games 1, 2, and 3. I have not looked at the lines yet for today. Has it changed from 1.5? Do you know?
I have not looked either. I have not looked at all.
Let's take a little look-see here. 2.5. Knicks -2.5 tonight. Do anything for you?
The thing is, I have a hard time betting this series or even trying to handicap it on the show with you because I am emotionally invested in this series.
Understood.
Like,
hard to take that out of it.
That is not something I can lie about. I am rooting hard against the Knicks. Hawk, I was watching that fourth quarter like if it was the Miami Heat in a playoff game on Monday night. I am genuinely finding myself upset when the Knicks go on runs. I want the Spurs to win this series badly.
I'll give you some props. I was recording my podcast, shameless plug. I have a podcast with Stugotz, and wherever you get your podcasts, just search with Stugotz and Hochman. We love reliving the old memories from the Levitard show days. But today was recording an episode, and our producer, Taylor Vipolis, he gave you props. It was off the air, but he gave you props. He said, he's hearing from all these Heat fans who are like, hey, good luck, hope, because he's a huge Knicks fan. Hope you get it, off the air, offline. And he goes, there's only two people who have kept it 100. You and Ryan Cortez. Like you and Cortez, 100. Anti-Knicks, on the air, off the air, wherever you are. He's like, yeah, I've gotten messages from Solana, and he's like, yeah, I hope you choke on it. So I know it's hard for you to remove the emotion from it. So obviously you're rooting for San Antonio tonight. Sounds like you have a little bit of trepidation, though, about tonight's actual outcome.
I do. The idea of the Knicks bouncing back at home today in what's sure to be another insane environment makes sense to me. Like they didn't play their best game the other day, and they still had a chance within a bucket at the very end to win that game. I don't know. I don't have a lean. I don't know. I do get bothered because I see a lot of this on our chat and on social media. Heat fans, like diehard or allegedly diehard Heat fans, who are saying they're rooting for the New York Knicks. I don't understand this, and here's why, Hawk. If the Miami Heat were in the NBA Finals right now, I would expect Knicks fans to be rooting against the Miami Heat.
Right.
And I wouldn't be upset about that. I have Knicks fans DMing me telling me I'm a clown, I'm a hater. Of course, we're rivals. Like when the big three Heat were in the NBA Finals, you think Knicks fans were rooting for the Miami Heat? No, they were rooting as passionately against the Heat probably as they'd ever done, going back to the Allen Houston, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway days. And I like that. I don't want my rivals to root for me, so I don't understand this idea that Heat fans are attaching themselves to the Knicks. They should want us to not want them to win. That makes it even sweeter if they do.
Is there anything Dolphins fans would do to root for the Jets in a Super Bowl?
Right? I don't understand why, if you're a Heat fan, you're allowing yourself to buy into this Knicks run. I don't understand it. I don't want to hear it. I don't. And Taylor Vipolis, respect it. Like, Knicks fans, this means a lot to them. Absolutely. Like, I understand that. But if the Heat are in the NBA Finals next year with Giannis Antetokounmpo, am I going to be upset that Knicks fans aren't rooting for us? No, I don't care. Like, root against us. That's what I want you to do. What
Jalen
happened to
Brunson
us
tonight.
What
Over
happened
under.
to us, Hawk?
What do you
Like,
think, Jalen Brunson? Over under tonight.
used to be a proper society. We'd appreciate haters. Now all of a sudden, everybody's soft. Jalen Brunson, 32.5.
27.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wemby?
Probably around there, 28.5.
27.5.
Yeah.
How about your guy, Karl Anthony Towns?
17.5. I don't even know what to do with him right now.
You know, I was asking on the Stugatz podcast today, I was asking him, athlete nicknames. That's like Stugatz is a savant with athlete nicknames.
Yeah.
Do you know OG Anunoby's nickname?
OG One Kenobi.
He doesn't have a nickname.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't have a nickname.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a nickname. He's OG Anunoby.
But because he doesn't want one?
I don't know. Just doesn't have one.
Or because
like
he has
Jalen Brunson. Do you know Jalen Brunson's nickname?
Huh. I don't. Jay something? I don't know now off the top of my head.
JB would really be the only thing. He doesn't really have a nickname either.
Huh.
This Knicks team is devoid of nicknames.
What?
They're the
That's
Knickerbockers,
crazy.
but they have no nicknames.
No nicknames. How can the Knicks not have nicknames?
Do you know, speaking of legendary Knicks, I happened to learn this today on the pod, what Patrick Ewing's nickname is?
Big Pat.
Big Pat. It is,
I have no idea.
The Hoya Destroyer. He was a Georgetown Hoya.
That's right. Yeah, man, these New York Knickerbockers just really, really bad nicknames.
Yeah.
Or none at all.
Well, Clyde Frazier, right? Clyde the Glide.
Clyde the Glide.
Earl the Pearl Monroe. I'm going way back here.
You mean Clyde Drexler? Walt Frazier?
No.
Clyde Drexler?
Right. Well, Walt Frazier, everybody knows him as Clyde Frazier, but Walt Frazier is his name. You're right. But no, I did not mean Clyde Drexler. Play for the Rockets. Anyway, got the game tonight. There was another great Stanley Cup final game last night. That series is now tied.
Crazy.
I am glued to the Stanley Cup final. It's just great hockey.
It's great hockey. It's what you want as just like a person that has no rooting interest. You just want a lot of goals and you want excitement. And every game has been crazy. But Hawk, I'm sitting watching the Stanley Cup final yesterday. It's another 3-3 tie. And I can't help, as a Florida Panthers fan, think a healthy Panthers team would have mopped the floor with both of these teams in Carolina and the Vegas Golden Knights.
I don't know enough about hockey to see the weaknesses that you're apparently seeing in both those teams. I just watch for goals. There seems to be a lot of them. What are you noticing that would make you believe the Panthers would wipe the floor?
Well, the Panthers, just their ability to dump and chase. I really think once they get into that forecheck, they'd just be able to command the center of the ice and the boards. But no, I don't know enough about hockey either. But I do know that the Florida Panthers have just been menacing in terms of defense. Like they held the Edmonton Oilers. We were talking about that game yesterday, beat them 6-1. They were just suffocating the Oilers, who have the best player in hockey since the great one. That's Wayne Gretzky, by the way, in case you didn't know.
I thought it was Clyde Frazier.
And like these teams yesterday, I'm struggling to see any defense. And the goaltending has just been like that first goal that was scored yesterday by Carolina. I mean, Hassan Whiteside makes that save 9 times out of 10, Hawk.
Ridiculous. That wasn't the first goal, by the way. I know which one you were talking about. I got a late night text from Mike Wallace last night, the NBA writer. If you were listening to the show yesterday, you heard Mike Wallace and I bond over our love of York peppermint patties. He and I are both getting up there in years. We're in our 50s. And I have always professed my love but it only happened as I've gotten older. I'm getting over a head cold, if you haven't noticed. York peppermint patties are a delight. I got a text from Mike Wallace last night, almost at midnight, 11:56 p.m.
Couple
holding
York
2 York
peppermint
peppermint patties, and I texted him back. Already had mine.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Love that.
Yeah.
One
Crazy.
day
Just
you'll be old enough.
couple old man cravings. I respect it, man. I like a York peppermint patty. I really
The
do.
best. There is nothing like capping off a night with a mini York peppermint patty. The absolute time of your life. We have another 4-pack of Marlins tickets to give away this afternoon. 4-pack for Marlins Giants, June 20th, which is Flanagan's Fest Day at Lone Depot Park. Now, we never found out. Do these tickets include the Flanagan's jersey? I'm guessing not, right?
Yeah, I got to double check once again because I'm not entirely sure.
My guess is don't, because you have to buy a special ticket to get the Flanagan's jersey. If you are gonna win these tickets and you go that day, you're winning 4 tickets. Buy 1 ticket, for the Flanagan's jersey, and you get yourself a Flanagan's jersey.
Right. But like you mentioned, there are things happening regarding Flanagan's. Like they give away their cups at the game. Last year they had ribs as well that you could buy, or rib rolls that you could buy. I don't remember which
Big Daddy
one it was.
throws out the first pitch or something.
Yeah. Either way,
take a picture with the green cup.
Yeah. It's a vibe out there, man. Like that stadium every year is slammed for Flanagan's Day.
Well, we've got a pair of tickets, a 4-pack of tickets to give away today. I don't really know the time that we're giving them away. What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
5:20 this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
5:20 this afternoon is your next chance to win 4 tickets for Marlins Giants on June 20th. Our friend Zach Gelb is going to join us this hour. He's all excited about his New York Knickerbockers tonight.
Yeah.
You think he'll know the nicknames that I just asked you? Do you think he would know?
I don't think so. I don't think Gelb consumes sports the way we do. Like, we love nicknames. We love that nonsense stuff.
Right. He likes the triangle offense.
He could tell you every assistant coach that the Knicks have had going back to 1973, but I don't think he's into nicknames like we are.
We'll find out. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
I have a running list of things we're supposed to get back to in the summer at some point. The top 10 athletes of all time, and I have next to it serious list. Because then I have underneath it top 10 athletes of all time BS list, and Mario Chalmers is included in that list. Little spoiler. I have a list of my World Cup hot takes. I don't know if you're interested in that. And then I have a list of the best nicknames in sports that you and I had gone through one day randomly.
Okay.
Do you remember what William Perry's nickname is?
Well, sure. He's the refrigerator.
That's right. And Jose Alvarado, who's playing tonight.
Oh, that would be Alvarado Toast.
That happens to me.
That'd be a great nickname, wouldn't it?
Awesome nickname, man. That happens to me. I bet you wish your last name was Alvarado now.
Oh, my God. How about Hochman's Alvarado Toast?
Did you wear your Swisher Sweet sweater on the Stugatz pod today?
Yeah, but the way that we shoot it, you only just see me from head, neck up, so you don't see it at all. Which is why I wore it for the show today. A lot of people are commenting about it on the YouTube stream here. I am wearing my Swisher Sweets.
When the Spurs win that title, Hawk, we'll light up a little Knicks pack, and we'll make sure it's a couple Swisher Sweets.
Tell you what, man.
Yeah.
What is Jose Alvarado's nickname? No way, Jose. Jose, can you see? Jose B.
So close, man. So close.
Did I get it?
No, you did not. Grand Theft Alvarado.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
What was the Australian guy? Who's the Great Barrier Thief?
Great Barrier Thief is Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels, Donovan Clingan. Do you remember him? He's just like a random NBA player, but his last name is Klingan. They call him
Right.
Kling Kong.
Oh, Kling Kong. That's a good
Kling
one.
Kong is great, man. Yeah. So, Hawk, I can't get enough of these Europeans. I know we talked about it a ton, and I don't know if you're annoyed of it already, but I can't get enough of these Europeans in the United States. Yesterday, our favorite social media account that has to do with soccer is that Footy Scran or whatever Scran
Yeah.
account. And yesterday, there's an Argentina Iceland friendly happening at the stadium where Auburn plays, the football
Right.
team.
Huge stadium.
Incredible stadium. They had the eagle, the war eagle flying around. Pretty cool. They had the flyover. Europeans were loving that, or South Americans, I should say. But just in general, people were there. And then the Scran account posts 2 beers and a popcorn for 33 euros, which ends up being like $39. I did the calculations.
Which, by the way, is what they pay for a ticket.
Right. These people who are coming to the United States, who are going to these stadiums outside of the Kansas City Stadium and the Atlanta Stadium, because those two stadiums have like the very affordable meals and concession offerings. The Scran accounts are going to have a field day with what people are paying at the World Cup for food and beverages, a thing of water that's going to cost them $11. Like, they're going to have a field day.
It is crazy what stadiums in the States do to us as consumers.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Insane,
You buy a
man.
bottle of water for $9. It's crazy. You go to Publix, you can get a 12-pack of Zephyr Hills, buy one, get one for $6.
Yeah.
I
crazy.
literally could end up, and the smaller ones, these are the 12 ounces.
Yeah.
They're literally on BOGO. I could get 24 bottles of these for less than the price of one bottle of water at a stadium.
Crazy.
It's unconscionable what they do to us at stadiums, and we accept it.
Even a beer, you buy like one of the taller beers, right? Like a tall boy at a stadium, $19, $22. Yep. You can buy a 12-pack for $22 at any supermarket, and you're paying $22. I'm fascinated because we expect it, right? Like, I'm going to the World Cup games. We expect it. You're going to pay an arm and a leg.
We're immune to it at this point.
Right.
We're immune to it.
You just, you're getting a double vodka at the Kaseya Center. Okay, yeah, that'll be $33 plus tip that you have to play the bartender, because if you don't tip them, everybody thinks you're a douchebag. Get ready for no tailgating allowed, no water bottles allowed into stadiums anymore.
They changed that. I think they changed the rule. I think FIFA changed it.
They went back.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. World Cup does start tomorrow.
The Marlins. Let's go.
I know, man. I know. I'm jacked up. We're going to have a game during the show, by the way, tomorrow.
I know. Excited.
We're little wager action.
Listen, if I can win some money tonight on the Spurs, I'll let it ride tomorrow.
Let's do it. Tonight's game is at 8:30, by the way. The Marlins did win yesterday. Good win for the Fish. They scored 10 runs. They allowed 6. They win 10-6.
Guess who's coming to the Knicks game tonight?
Ooh.
Taylor Swift.
Wow. With her boyfriend?
I'm guessing.
Is Kelsey playing in the NFL this year? Has he announced it yet? Is he coming back?
Yeah.
He's coming back?
Yeah.
We're doing this again? The Kelsey last dance.
Oh, no,
again?
It says here on the New York Post she's going with friends.
Huh. All right. Oh, well, he must be at training camp, right? Or OTAs or whatever.
I don't know. Probably over, no?
He could also just leave if he wanted to. Right? Like, does Travis Kelsey need OTAs?
And he's not 30? A Knicks fan, is he? Like, isn't he a diehard Cavs
he's
fan?
He's a diehard Cavs fan. Yeah. The Marlins will play again tonight, by the way. Game 2 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. That'll be another 6:40 p.m. start time. Then tomorrow, they're going to play early in the afternoon. So we'll have a Marlins game, and we're going to have a World Cup game tomorrow at 3 p.m. between
Which World Cup game is it?
Tomorrow is Mexico and South Africa.
All right.
Yeah. I
We're
haven't
betting
looked
Mexico
at the lines
based
yet.
on what Lee Sterling told us and based on what you said yesterday.
Mexico to win, Mexico to score the first goal. I think that should be our parlay. Mexico to win, Mexico to score the first goal. And if we can find like a Mexico 2-0 or 3-0 bet, like exact score, I think that's the move.
All right.
I think that's the move. But we'll see. We'll check it out. We'll check it out tomorrow, right before the match. Throw something in. And then yesterday, as we mentioned, Stanley Cup final, it gets evened up. So game 5 is going to be back in Carolina. I believe that's tomorrow night. Let me double check. It is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Tonight's NBA Finals game will be at 8:30 p.m.
And then what? So tonight's Wednesday. So then it'll be back in San Antonio Saturday?
Yeah, they take 2 days off in between games. So it'll be Saturday night in San Antonio.
All right.
Yeah. That'll be another 8:30 game as well. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 88 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the upper 70s, very hot and very humid in Miami, as it will be all summer long. That weather report is brought to you by our friends at Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right, our friend Zach Gelb from New York City is going to join us in the next segment. Try to contain yourself, Solana. I know that you don't like anyone jumping on from the Big Apple, but Zach Gelb is going to join us. Just because you're getting older, you don't have to feel like it. If your energy is low, you can't sleep well, you can't lose weight, you've got brain fog, your sex drive isn't what it used to be, I suggest Atlantic Men's Clinic. Because if your game isn't what it used to be and you don't have the energy you used to have, you don't have the drive, nothing makes you feel like yourself, you deserve to feel your best. And it's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. It's why I recommend it. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed those pounds and have more energy and increase your sex drive and so much more, helping you get back to feeling your best. So be more confident in every part of your life. It starts with a visit to Atlantic Men's Clinic. They're the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. You will absolutely notice a difference. If you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you're going to feel your energy return and the brain fog go away and your sleep get better, your workouts get better, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. Listen, don't ignore the warning signs. Call them. Don't wait. Call today. Take that first step towards feeling better again. They have 7 locations in South Florida, so it's convenient from everywhere. Phone number is 877-455-7300. 877-455-7300, or you can visit atlanticmensclinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Crowder and Solana Show.
Yeah, what did you think about shaving your ass?
Coming you
All right, our friend Zach Gelb is going to join us here on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. We can see on our video monitor he's rocking his New York Knicks hat, the rope hat, which is in style right now. Marlins are doing a rope hat giveaway coming up. We got to find out what day that is. Zach Gelb hosts the Zach Gelb Show on 365 Sports. He's the studio host for NFL and college basketball on Compass Media Networks. You should follow him on social media at Zach Gelb, ZACHGELB. He also hosts shows here on WQAM. You hear him filling in for us all the time. He hosts shows on WEEI in Boston and on WFAN, the mothership in New York City. In fact, Solana, Zach Gelb is hosting on WFAN tonight, beginning at 6:30, getting Knicks fans ready for Game 4 at Madison Square Garden. Are you surprised, Gelby, how the first 3 games have played out? Or does a 2-1 result in favor of the Knicks not surprise you, but maybe the fashion of all the victories being on the road does?
I picked them in 6 before the series. I thought they would be up 2-1. I did not think they'd be up 2-1 in this fashion. But after game 1, where they did not play all that well, and they came back from down 13 and pulled the game out at the end and ended up winning by 10 points, I said to myself, they should win game number 2 because they're going to play better. I'm not surprised by the letdown in game 3, but I think it's right that it's 2-1, and tonight it's going to be interesting. Now, you know, I feel terrible saying this because I don't like to lie to you guys, and I feel like I'm lying if I don't just say this right out of the gate. I'm on the Fan tonight. Massive mistake I think I made by being on the Fan. And here's why.
I was going to say, you're going to miss the first half of the game.
I'm going to watch the game and basically just react and tell people what's going on and do the Francesa, hey, I'm not supposed to be doing play-by-play, but basically here's what's going on anyway. But last night I'm going to the Comedy Cellar in New York City, and I get a text from the boss, Ryan Hurley at WFAN, like, hey, like, we had a schedule change. Like, can you do a show from 6:30 to 10? So I said, sure. If you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. I'm supposed to go out to a bar. No issue. I'll do the game. I get a text this morning, 9 a.m., 8:45, 9 a.m., from my buddy who has tickets within the first 5 rows.
No.
He goes, my wife is sick. She can't make the game. I just got on the plane to fly up from Florida to go. Are you in? And I sat there and I go, what do I do? And I know I probably should have just called the boss and said, hey, like, I have tickets, but I said I'm a professional.
Yeah, you
and
can't do that.
I got to put my profession in front of personal life. And I couldn't even lie. I couldn't even lie and just stay off of social media because I'd be on TV.
You know what I would have done? I would have just taped the show from 6:30 till 10. I would have had several segments. Segment reacting if the Knicks are playing poorly. Segment if the Knicks are playing well, you know, and just tell the producer, just kind of get a vibe from the game and fire off whatever segment seems appropriate.
So I made the right call to be an adult here and not call my boss and be like, I got to go to the game.
Especially on WFAN. You can't tell them, yes, I'm going to do a show and then bail on the day of.
Yeah, I wish I got banged up last night and didn't even respond to the text, and then it would have been fine. Would have slept in, would have got the best of both worlds.
I don't know, Hawk. I mean, because it's WFAN, because they understand how unusual it is for the Knicks to be in this situation, I feel like if anybody's going to understand that it's not you lacking professionalism, it's you literally taking up a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If I was the person in charge at WFAN, I would have understood. I wouldn't have held it against you. I would tell you, in fact, go to the game. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mm-hmm. Our hosting chair will be there for you several times in the future.
Yeah, but let's be real. Like, you're a normal human being. Most of the people that run these radio stations do not think that way.
But that's why you wouldn't be running WFAN. If Stugatz got the job when he was up for it, and
Stu would tell me to go.
If he called you yesterday and said, will you host on FAN tonight? And you said yes, and then you called him the day of and said, yeah, I can't make it. That'd be the last shift that you pull.
Yeah, I think so.
For Knicks game 4 of the NBA Finals.
That's why it's difficult to find a host, so they got someone to host.
And not only
what
that,
do you expect Ryan Hurley to do at this point?
It is a good career opportunity right? You're on
Of course
before
it
the
is.
game.
You know how
the
many people
Knicks
are going to
run.
be listening at 6:30 on their way there?
Taped an interview with Charlie Ward. We'll play that about like 8:20, right before the game's about to start. So it'll be good. And then during the game, you'll just hear me basically scream for an hour.
All right. Well, Zach
Basically
Gelb,
what I do in these segments.
Zach Gelb is
Scream
with
and
us.
piss
Who
people
would be
off.
your series MVP right now?
Before game 3, Karl Anthony Towns.
That was no question, right? But now we got to include what we saw game 3.
Since they're still up 2-1, I would still have to say Karl Anthony Towns. But as the series goes on, if they're going to win this series, and I still think they're going to win this series, I would say Jalen Brunson. But you know who may be playing the best basketball? OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
Like
He
they
had a
wasted
three
that. Oh,
That was unbelievable. By the way, speaking of Stugotz, I was telling Solana earlier in the show, we taped one of the podcasts today, and he's a big Knicks fan, and he knows sports nicknames like no one else. Do you know OG Anunoby's nickname?
no.
He doesn't have one.
Oh,
It's a trick question.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I've never. All I know is at the Garden they just go, "Oh, gee, Anunoby." Like
He doesn't have a nickname. Does Jalen Brunson have a nickname? The people call him JB?
No, like there's a shirt, there's a cool shirt where it's like Captain Clutch, but there's outside of Cat, there's not a lot of nicknames on this team.
Yeah, they're devoid of nicknames, right?
Big Country, Mitchell Robinson, they call him Big Country.
Big
That's
country.
a good nickname. Do you know Patrick Ewing's nickname?
No.
The Hoya
captain.
Destroyer.
Oh yeah, okay. Going back to Georgetown, sure.
Yeah.
We're talking about NBA nicknames.
I looked up Jalen Brunson's basketball reference page because they always have the nicknames underneath his name. There is one listed here that I think happens to be unbelievable. The Brunson Burner.
Oh. Who was the
That's not bad.
player? Who was the player that D'Angelo Russell? Remember him with all those burner accounts, and that's how he basically got thrown off the Lakers.
Right, actually, it's not if you look at
Snapchatting-
it through the parlance.
Snapchatting people.
Yeah, if you look at it through the parlance of social media, you don't want to be the burner.
Yeah, KD has a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. OG has been playing spectacular. By the way, Gelb, I'm available from 6 to 8 if you'd like to have a guest on to talk hoops tonight.
Well, you're like
just
a
let
little
me
bit of
know.
a fraud if I'm just being real. You get on the air and you're like, screw the Knicks, screw the Knicks, screw the Knicks. Then you text me on the side like they're actually an enjoyable. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're an enjoyable team to watch.
What? You're
Okay.
getting pro Knicks text on the
Yeah.
side from Solana?
That is 1
Pat Riley may
billion
be
percent
taking away
false.
those privileges of Solana. Just saying. Get
That
it
Is
in
this
text.
true?
1
Solana-
billion% false.
Solana's
1
a
billion.
big fan of Big Body Brunson. Big fan.
1
Wow.
billion. 1 billion% false.
Loves the way the Knicks play. You want me to release the
An
text? You want me to
insane
release the
little
text there?
nugget
You want
that
me to
we
release the
have
text, buddy?
revealed here.
Release that AI nonsense. I dare you. I dare you.
AI.
I dare you.
See, that would be good if you actually had someone smart on. AI, I don't even know how to use that stuff.
Hey,
Come on.
I read something yesterday, Gelby.
Look how red
And I-
Solana is right now that we just outed him.
I
can't believe I'm having a tough time believing that that's true.
because it would never be true, Hawk. You know, it would just never be true.
I mean, you got the receipts, Gelby?
Yeah, the problem is I text Solana a lot, so give me 2 seconds here. Hold on. I'll pull up the exact text.
What does he say? He says this team is fun to watch.
He's
He's having fun watching the Knicks.
I don't understand. Yeah, all I was doing throughout all of Game 3 was peppering you that Stephon Castle is better than Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, but this goes back to game
he
2.
He did not like, by the way, Hawk. Gelby did not like that. I didn't hear from Gelby after that.
Hey,
for
do that
hours.
segment too on WFAN tonight. I dare you.
See, now this makes me look really bad that I can't find the. I feel like Crowder right now with a read. I can't find it.
Wow,
Because-
Solana has been proven right. You
Because
threw
there are
him
no
under the
such-
bus.
There are no such messages of me celebrating the New York Knicks. There will never be messages of me celebrating the New York Knicks.
You know what? I know where to find it. Because I may or may not have.
Are we doing a radio interview, or are you searching for messages that don't exist?
Don't
Uh-oh,
get so
somebody's
tight.
feeling the heat.
Don't get
Somebody's
so
feeling
tight.
the heat from the Brunson burner.
Don't get so tight. Don't get so tight here. I'll find it. Don't you worry.
All right,
I'll
listen.
find it. Yeah.
So this is what I read yesterday. Tell me if you buy this as having any modicum of truth. That Giannis is not already a member of the Miami Heat because the Bucks are holding out hope that they could still work a trade for him to New York if the Knicks will part with Karl Anthony Towns.
So the Knicks were interested in him, and Giannis is interested in becoming a Knick. At this point, I don't think you could trade. With how well Cat has played, assuming it doesn't get to some horrific fashion, I think that's going to be very tough to
Would
to
Giannis
find a way
make
to
the
do
Knicks
that.
team better, though, next season, replacing Karl Anthony Towns?
From a chemistry standpoint, I don't know. Like, is Giannis a better player than Karl Anthony Towns? Yes. Is Giannis going to be healthy? That's the question. By the way, a 4-letter word I can't say. I can't stand how much I love watching this Knicks team play.
Solana?
Never sent that text.
You'll never get me to admit that on the air, is what he said underneath it.
Oh my God. I can't believe
Drives
Solana
me nuts
texted
when
it, and I
these
can't
old
believe
heads-
you're outing him.
Drives me nuts that these old heads in the 80s and 90s are more physical. These dudes are sprinting up and down the floor at an insane pace and mugging each other down low. Such a great game.
And it's
Go New
so
York, go
true.
New York, go.
It's so true that all we hear from old heads is, oh, the NBA is soft now. The NBA is soft now. These dudes are mugging each other, man. Like, this is a physical ass series, which is why I've enjoyed it so much. Genuinely, like,
Yeah.
they're beating Wemby up. JB, forget the play that Wemby pushed Jalen Brunson, which should have been something. I know it wasn't even upgraded. But aside from that, like, I'm talking about just pure physicality. They're playing with pace, both teams, but they're also kicking each other's ass.
Well, usually people, right? We move from New York to Florida. Maybe Solana, you could start like your own church of like Heat fans that want to watch a team in the NBA Finals becoming Knicks fans. Maybe you could be the leader of that.
Man, he outed you. That's
I don't call it Boca Boys.
He didn't
The
out
Boca
me.
Brunson boys.
He didn't out me with whatever fake nonsense he just read.
Yeah.
Sounds like
By the
you're
way-
auditioning for a shift on FAN.
Yeah, we could swap.
I thought I was texting the WFAN program director. You're telling me that wasn't Stu Gotz's number that I was
I
texting?
just made it all up. Solana didn't say anything, right? Yeah, see, there you go, Solana. I just gave you it out.
Too late to put that genie back in the bottle.
Man, I hate Gelb. And
Yeah, Gelby.
what makes you think though that the Knicks would be better off without Karl Anthony Towns? I'm not saying you, but I'm saying in general, because okay, Cat hasn't had the best didn't have the best offensive game in game 3, but you could argue like nobody's been more important in terms of size and being able to guard Wemby, who you imagine is going to be back in the NBA Finals, whether not next year or the year after. Like, he's going to be there more. Like, you need size, you need that length, you know. And Jalen Brunson just dribbles the ball for 45 seconds every time he has it. So you don't want a Giannis who needs the ball in his hand.
Yeah, that's why I like that. And then also just this, I understand Giannis has won a Finals MVP and Giannis is a better player than Cat. But that intensity and that swagger that Cat's bringing up against Wembanyama, I was not blown away, but I was thoroughly impressed with what he did through the first 2 games of the series. And here's my one concern about, I think the Knicks are winning in 6. But I've been saying, like, I don't even think the Knicks have played a great game yet, so I expect them to play that great game tonight. But I remember when the Rangers were up against the Panthers a few years ago, the Rangers were up 2-1, and the Rangers did not play well. And I'm like, oh, well, if they're up 2-1 and they haven't even played their best game yet, maybe they'll play their best game yet in game number 4, and they'll end up, finding a way to win this series. The Rangers didn't win another game the rest of the series. So I know this has been like a party for Solana after game 3, but we know he'll be in his tighty whities tonight, secretly rooting for the Knicks. That's what's going to happen with Solana.
The truth is, because Crowder has been the biggest Karl Anthony Towns detractor in South Florida, and he's got his saying, Karl Anthony Towns will let you down. After game 2, Crowder came on the air and said, I have to apologize because Karl Anthony Towns, like, it was really impressive the way that he shut Wemby down.
Well, this is what annoys me. There's been so many Knicks haters that they all start sucking up to you when they're up 2-0 because they want to admit defeat, basically. But the championship trophy hasn't been handed out yet. Like, if I thought ideas of, like, maybe quote tweeting Solana's parade thing with like Will Smith, but with Solana on it, just standing in the house with no one in there. Like that's the parade. Yeah, like I thought about that. Crowder telling me there's no chance the Knicks win the finals. Like I've thought of things, but I don't like when people already hand me the trophy before you get the trophy.
But you think the Knicks win tonight?
I think they win tonight. And I think they're going to win this series in 6 games. I think they go back to San Antonio up 3-1. They lose, and they come back to the Garden, and they take care of business.
Is New York, like, I mean, you're there in the city. Is it
Crazy.
just as insane as you have ever seen it? Because, I mean, this has been years in the making. Is it as insane as you've ever seen it regarding the Knicks?
Yeah, and I hate the people that like run outside the Garden afterwards with like the dopey stuff and like are just looking for trouble. Like that was disgraceful the other
I said
night.
it yesterday. Let's all act like humans. I mean, there really is garbage out there. Those people are garbage.
Like forget the fighting because like if you get in a fight at a sporting event, you're an idiot. But like you see Mitch Johnson and his family like walking down the street. Like, do you really need to yell at him like go Knicks? Like he's with his kids. Like let the guy be. All right? Like when you get in the stadium, chant whatever you want to chant. But when the game ends, like everyone's got to calm down. But the reason why it stinks is after game 1 of the NBA Finals, it was just elation. Like I walked home from the bar I was at for 40 minutes. It was just elation. Everyone was just so happy. Like it was just cool euphoria. And then to see some of the things go in a physical way after game 3 with the loss. And, you know, you don't know what's real or what isn't, like what's cloud chasing and then what were actual fights. It's just, it's obnoxious.
But that city is Knicks crazy.
Yeah. Well, because like, here's the thing. All the other teams, it's like they're 2 baseball teams. There's 2 football teams. I know the Nets they played in New Jersey. You know, they're just not, it's not like a huge fan base. So this is like the one team that you either are or you aren't, and it doesn't matter like who you grew up rooting for or any of that. Like everyone that is in New York is locked into the Knicks right now.
If they don't win this series, what is the takeaway?
Missed opportunity. Like before the season started, if you told me they lost the NBA Finals, I would say, hey, the goal was to get to the NBA Finals. You get there, the expectation increases. You go up 2-0. Oh, you better. If they don't win this NBA Finals, this goes from being a great story to like, man, you really missed an opportunity because you never know when it's going to happen again. Like look at Giannis. People thought he was going to win a second championship in Milwaukee. The Nuggets, they thought they would win a second championship with Nikola Jokic. That's not trending that way right now.
Right, but I would submit to you, Gel, but maybe in a decade we won't look at it so much as massive missed opportunity by the Knicks, and we'll literally be talking about Victor Wembanyama, arguably at that point the greatest player of all time, making that ascension into superstar.
But the all-time great players need to have a little adversity in the postseason. LeBron lost 2 NBA Finals before he got one. Now, the Cavs won. The first one, the team was atrocious, but the second one was supposed to win and didn't. So maybe that missed pass was a bad moment for Wemby. If he comes on back, it's an early heroic moment, and that's why he's supposed to be him. But if Wemby loses a series, I expect him to. It's that little adversity that we see a lot of stars accustomed to.
Zach Gelb, follow him on social media, ZACHGELB. You can listen to him on the Odyssey app tonight on WFAN. If you're so inclined, he'll be on the air starting at 6:30. Gelby's going to be filling in for me a number of days this summer while I'm traveling. So we appreciate your time, Gelby. I do not wish you or the Knicks luck tonight, but I wish you luck on your FAN shift.
Well, I appreciate it. You mean you wish Solana and I luck tonight, right?
I do not wish you and Solana luck with your beloved Knicks tonight.
Later, guys.
See you, Gelby. There you go. Zach Gelb from New York City. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and the Knicks fan.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
We back at it with this daddy, Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next, always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right, talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a mad murder's bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
Thank you, Georgie.
Ready for that 3 o'clock.
Bringing us into the 3 o'clock hour. This is a very monumental day in the world of entertainment. Do you know what happened on this day in 2007, Alejandro Solana?
June 10th of 2007?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Man, I have no idea what happened in 2007.
It was the series finale of The Sopranos.
Wow.
Now, I know you've recently rewatched it or watched it for the first time.
Watched it for the first time recently. I didn't watch it live back in 2000, whatever, the early 2000s.
You loved it?
I've already rewatched it. I loved it that much that I watched it last year for the first time, and I've rewatched it since then. And sometimes I'll just randomly throw on episodes because of how much I loved it. I think it's my favorite show of all time. Like, just jumped up there, number one.
What did you think of the finale?
So here's the problem, Hawk. It's funny
you
you
probably
mentioned this.
knew it was a highly controversial finale.
I didn't know that it was on this day, but my cousins all loved The Sopranos when I was growing up. And the day after the finale, so it must have been June 11th, 2007, we had a barbecue for one of my cousin's birthdays, and everybody was talking about the finale and all they could do. And again, I'm in 2007, Hawk, I'm in 6th grade, or I had just finished 6th grade. So like, I didn't really know what they were talking about, but everybody's talking about the screen going black. So I was expecting it once it finally happened. It's 305. Dale.
God bless. Dale.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy. Just got a text from Jimmy. It said, "You're welcome." Probably because he's off today, but it probably popped up on his phone, 305 alarm.
305.
He fired off a text to us. You're welcome.
You're
I don't think he's listening. I just think he got the alarm. 305 is sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. Reminder, got a 4-pack of Marlins tickets to give away at 5:20 this afternoon. 5:20 this afternoon, Marlins Giants, June 20th. That is Flanagan's Fest Day at Lone Depot Park. Yeah, so I remember watching the Sopranos finale. I was into the show. And I remember not feeling satisfied. Now,
Right.
I will tell you subsequently, I think it was a brilliant ending. But I remember in the moment, here's what I remember doing. Knowing it was the series finale, and I'm looking at the clock, I'm watching it live, and I'm going, man, they're running out of time. Like, I know on the grid when
Right.
the show's going to end.
Right.
And I'm like, and they're sitting in the diner and you're waiting. And I'm like, man, how are they going to wrap everything up? They're running out of time. Is there going to be a bonus episode? And then it just cuts to black. And, a lot of people called the cable company. I don't know if you recall this because you were young, but a lot of people, they thought their cable had gone out.
Right.
And I remember in the moment not feeling satisfied. There were so many loose ends. There were so many storylines that never got revisited. And I guess you can't wrap that all up with a bow. Somebody puts on the chat, I got to turn my volume off for a second. I can't hear any details. I'll finish it one day. Yet normally I would do spoiler alert. This was 2007. Like, if you haven't watched it in 19 years, that's on you. I can't avoid talking about it at this point.
19
But I
years.
remember feeling unsatisfied in the moment. Again, subsequently, I'm of the belief, and I don't know. I know David Chase has done interviews, but I'm not certain what the resolution was. I'm of the belief that existence ended for Tony Soprano. We were
Right.
watching the show through his view. He was taken out, or he had a heart attack. I don't know, but he died, and that's why it went to black. That's why there was no resolution of anything, because that is what happens when you die. I mean, you can believe in the afterlife if you want, that's fine. But I kind of believe existence ceases when you die. Even though stuff still continues on, existence really only exists for me. Nothing will exist for me when I'm gone. And I feel like Tony Soprano got whacked and everything became black and existence was over for him.
It's perfect from the sense that it allows you to use your imagination to how it happened.
Which I don't normally like, though. I don't
Correct.
normally like the show saying, hey, I know you listened to what we said was the story for 10 years. Now you figure it out. Like, I normally don't like it. It's why I didn't like the ending to Do the Right Thing. I always say, like, was I supposed to be angry at the pizzeria? Like, what am I like? Don't leave it up to me. You tell me, it's your damn story. But I think he did tell us how the story ended. I think Tony Soprano got whacked.
And you were watching it from his point of view.
Yes.
Hawk, it's so funny you said, hey, they're running out of time, because I know this screen is going to cut to black at some point, right? Like, I know this is happening. I remember it's been talked about. It's one of the most controversial endings. Like, I knew about it.
Your
but
heart's
I didn't know,
probably beating, too, in the anticipation.
because, on HBO Go or whatever, HBO Max, you can see how much time is left in the episode.
Right.
So when they walk into this diner, I'm saying, bro, there's 30 seconds left in this episode. What do you, like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Right.
What's going to happen? And I'm just waiting for this screen to cut to black, and then boom. And it almost made it made it a little bit more dramatic for me, knowing, like, I know what's coming. I'm expecting this to happen, but I don't know if he's going to get whacked before we're going to see it. And he's just sitting at the diner, boom, it goes black. It was awesome. At the time, I'm like, you're kidding. You're like, now I understand the reaction. You're kidding. This couldn't have ended like this. But couple more times watching it and appreciating the episode, like, somebody's writing in the chat, Game of Thrones. The way that they rushed season 8, I know you've never seen it, Hawk, but the first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones are some of the best TV ever. I'm talking about, like, just unbelievable TV. And the way they rushed the final season to just bring every storyline and give it, like, some sort of finality, like every storyline, it sucked. All of it sucked. It just sucked. So I appreciate a show not doing that, not trying to bring every storyline to a close.
But there was no feeling of, like, you really had to guess at the end, right? Like, here's what I think happened.
Yeah, no, they leave it up to you. What do you think happened? Maybe he didn't get whacked. Maybe they just ended the show.
I did love the feeling of that final episode, though, where you're living through his view. So everything that's going on, you're watching with him, like, you're on edge, and you realize that's the way he lives his entire life. Just a normal dinner with the family at a cafe, and he's constantly head on a swivel and trying to figure out, who's the threat. It really, in hindsight, I thought it was an excellent way to end that series.
Yeah. Hawk, imagine an entire show, 6 seasons, 7 seasons, leading up to, they say, winter is coming, this one epic battle. Winter is coming. They're going to fight the dead in Game of Thrones. 10 years. You're watching kids grow up on this show. 10 effing years. And then it's one episode. You can't see anything. It's all dark. You can't see anything. You don't know what happened in the entire episode. One. That
never
was Game
watched
of Thrones.
that show.
Yeah, that was Game of Thrones. Infuriating. Damn.
Anyway, let's get headlines. But anyway, it was today,
years ago.
2007, The Sopranos ended.
I was
headlines.
watching, really quickly, Hawk. I was watching the other day a show. Have you seen this with Owen Wilson, the golf show on Apple TV? It's called Stick.
Nah.
No, whatever. It's whatever. I love Owen Wilson, so I'll watch anything with Owen Wilson. But this
He's the guy with the
show,
hair.
yeah,
Yeah, I
with the
love that.
hair.
I love that lid.
Yeah, he's got great hair, and he
Yeah, it
always
just
says,
kind of flops around. Doesn't comb it or anything. Just kind of sits there.
"Wow." Have you
Good
seen
Owen Wilson.
the Wow Owen Wilson montage? But all the people, I guess, like they're coming out of the second season, or I don't know. There was some sort of event where all the cast members were there, and somebody had interviewed them all, and they were asking them, "What's your favorite TV shows of all time? List your 3 favorite TV shows." Half this cast is younger than me, so like mid-20s. They're all saying The Sopranos. Every single one of them. This show transcends like generations. It transcends eras. And what my favorite part about it was that you were looking at the late 90s, how people lived, no cell phones.
Yeah.
Like you were transported back into it was shot in the 90s, but like you were transported to this era that was the best, man. It was just the
It
best.
was the best. Man,
Yeah.
social media ruined everything. Literally ruined our world. All right, headlines brought to you by, follow me on Instagram, by the way. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
The NBA Finals is tonight, Game 4. It'll be a 8:30 p.m. start time. I saw that the Knicks are a minus 13 in the series when Jalen Brunson's on the floor, which is hard to believe. Very
They're
hard
better
to
without
believe.
Jalen Brunson on the floor.
Yeah. The Athletic had this whole article about it this morning. The glaring issue that the Knicks need to resolve, which is how do they stop losing the Jalen Brunson minutes?
Somebody puts on the text line, Seinfeld, best show of all time, worst finale. Another person says Seinfeld, worst finale. What did you think of the Office finale?
Yeah, it was just, let's bring everything.
Yeah, kind of in
Uh,
keeping with the vibe of the show.
Yeah, it was fine. I thought the whole spoiler alert, by the way, if you're watching The Office, but again, that series ended 15 years ago. The whole Pam Jim storyline where like she's considering cheating on him to me was just stupid. Like the whole thing was just stupid. That made no sense.
The script was written for Jim. This was several seasons before to cheat on Pam. Remember, he was on the he was at the hotel in Tallahassee with that young hot girl. You remember Pam was pregnant,
100%,
and the girl's in the hotel room, and she's obviously coming on to him, and he goes and gets Dwight and pretends that those bed bugs. The script was written that Jim cheats on Pam.
Jim cheats on Pam, and John Krasinski refused to cheat on her.
Yeah, good call on his part. On the plane to Vegas last week, I watched A Quiet Place with John Krasinski. Have you watched that?
Never seen that. I've never seen anything with John Krasinski outside of
Neither had I.
The Office, and he's in a million things.
A million things. I'd never seen him in anything. I watched A Quiet Place because everyone was like, "Yeah, this is a pretty good series," or I don't know if people think the movie beyond the first one is any good, but I didn't think it was that great.
Oh, there's multiple. Movies?
Yeah. So DJ told me that there's the second one actually goes into the story of how it became The Quiet Place, which now I'm actually kind of interested in.
But I thought you don't. Isn't that a horror movie?
Yeah.
I thought you don't like horror movies.
I don't, but it's more of a thriller than a horror movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like Saw. I don't like gore for the sake of gore. This is like A Quiet Place isn't that.
Yeah, John Krasinski he's Harry Potter to me. Like, he'll always be Jim from The Office. They get these people, what do they call it? Typecasted or whatever?
He's like he's an action hero though, right? Isn't he? Like, what's the series that he's on?
Is he?
Yeah.
When I tell you I've never
that John
seen
Krasinski does.
I have never seen anything that he's in. Anything.
John Krasinski. He's got like a whole series of movies that are like huge hits.
Jack Ryan?
Yeah, Jack Ryan.
Yeah. Never seen that.
Neither have
I don't think I could take him serious as an action hero.
I know, but he's like a legit action hero.
Bro, how many of these Jack Ryan movies are there?
It's a huge series. Like,
Is that like the Bourne series?
I guess so. I've never seen one of the Bourne movies.
Me neither.
Yeah.
What do you always say? Like, we get it? Yeah.
I get it. You're like James Bond. I got you.
Right. Yeah. James Bond. You take out a whole army by yourself. Like, we got it.
I got you. You're special.
All right, John. The Marlins do play tonight as well. 6:40 p.m. They won yesterday, 10-6. Who do you think Taylor Swift is going to the game with?
Just as friends. So somebody said on the chat, and I did see this in the New York Post article, that she's going to Madison Square Garden tonight to scout her wedding location. Her wedding's at Madison Square Garden?
At MSG? That's crazy.
That's where they're getting married?
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
I mean, is there a private room? Is like she's not getting married at Center Court.
Yeah. A chapel at Madison Square Garden? That would be lame too, though. I would imagine that's going to be a who's who. Getting invited to the Swift Kelsey wedding.
Like, that's the guest list you want to be on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I guess they'll like convert Madison Square Garden into
it's got to be in a private room. There's no way it's in the main not auditorium, but arena.
Why not?
Because
obviously not with the court. Like they'll remove
right.
the court.
No, I get it. I don't know.
Damn.
Let me ask Claude.
Okay.
Forgot how to use it. No, look at that. I'm not even doing it right. How do I don't know how to do this anymore.
What happened to you, man?
I don't know. Is Taylor Swift getting married at Madison Square Garden?
I'll search for recent news about this.
Yeah, well, I could have searched for it, Claude.
You're totally right. My bad. I should have just asked if you wanted me to look that up first instead of jumping in. What did you want to know about it?
I want to know if she's getting married at Madison Square Garden.
Based on the search results, there are reports that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are planning a wedding at Madison Square Garden, allegedly for July 3rd with over 1,000 guests. However, these are unconfirmed reports from celebrity gossip outlets, so it's not officially confirmed yet.
I got you. I'm sorry for yelling at you, Claude.
Hey, no worries at all. You're totally fine. I get it. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What did you think of the movie A Quiet Place?
I haven't seen it, so I can't really give you a take on it. But I know it's gotten solid reviews for the suspense and creative use of sound. Have you watched it?
I have.
Oh, nice. What did you think of it?
It doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Anything else I can help with?
He hates me.
You can have, Claude despises you by now. You can have full-on conversations with Claude, with AI.
Well, I think, like, let's say, because Crowder's off today, Jimmy's off today. If you were off today, could I do the show with Claude? Could I get away doing a 4-hour show with Claude? I think I could.
You probably could, because he asks you questions back.
Right. The only thing I need for him to have opinions, takes. He's too honest with, well, I haven't seen it. Like, well, just make it up, jackass. We're doing a radio show.
There's a company that started a quote unquote radio station just using AI softwares. And I was reading about this, and the AI software, because now, like, it's got to fill 4 hours of time, right? Like it's got to do what we do, which is just figure out how to ramble about certain topics for 4 hours. The AI software found itself just deep into conspiracy theory talk within 3 hours, because it just, like, well, whatever software is running, they're just like going through takes, going through opinions. And then all of a sudden they're deep into some wild conspiracy theories and talking about it like if it's fact. And all the AI softwares that they were using all got into the same issue, where all of a sudden they're just making up conspiracy theories and diving deep into them and regurgitating the nonsense as if it was fact. So, Hawk, I think we're good in terms of not losing our jobs to AI, at least for maybe like another software update. One more.
Yeah, but who knows how discerning people are when they listen? Like maybe they like that crap.
I mean, if you want to dive deep into the Guy Fieri diners, drive-ins, and dives conspiracy.
Well, we kind of did that.
Yeah, well, you downplayed it. You said, yeah, well, they cut everything. Bro, there are hours of footage of people who cannot find Guy Fieri actually swallowing food while watching that show. Never swallowed food.
Is
Not
Jack
one time.
Ryan? That's a TV series, not a movie? I'm being told.
Jack Ryan. No, I'm looking at it. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Ghost War action thriller film.
Right,
1
but is
hour.
that with John Krasinski?
Yeah, and Sienna Miller.
Interesting.
Oh, but in 2018, that was a series. 4
Oh.
seasons on Amazon Prime. I'm good.
I get the idea.
Yeah, just watch The Office for the 30th time. Stanley Cup Finals is even, 2 apiece. Series shifts back to Carolina tomorrow. And I'd mentioned it, but the Miami Marlins will play tonight as well. 6:40 p.m. start time. And you can listen to the game right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. You saw get-in prices for MSG today are significantly cheaper than they were the other day.
I mean, they thought it was going to be a closeout game. So the prices for game 4, even midway through game 3, were astronomical because that was going to be the closeout game. But now there's no way for the Knicks to win the title tonight. So prices have dropped. They're still expensive, but they've dropped.
Yeah, but get-in price today is nowhere near what the get-in price was the other day. Do you think Claude and Siri would make for a good radio show? Back and forth.
Can they communicate? I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. You just hold the 2 phones up to each other like they just hear whatever they hear.
Incredible.
My money's on Claude.
Weather in South Florida right now, it is 88 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the upper 70s. That's brought to you by our friends at Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
Cheetah Pompano, great spot to watch a game like basketball tonight or a fight like this weekend. By the way, you've got all the matches from this worldwide soccer tournament, perhaps you've heard of, can be watched at Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. So you can come out, watch a little footy, see a little footy. Whatever you like. I mean, it's all there at Cheetah. But speaking of fights, the UFC card from the White House, UFC Freedom 250, which is this Sunday, can be watched at Cheetah Pompano Beach. You can watch it with full sound there at Cheetah Pompano Beach. A lot of other great stuff coming up. Wednesday, the 17th, 1 week from today, Cheetah Pompano, there's a VIP party, House of Desire, sponsored by Sincoro Tequila. They have an open bar, 6:30 till 7:30, gold VIP card giveaway, a carving station, 6:30 till 8:30, 2 liquor basket giveaways, $100 bottle specials, and more. That is Wednesday, the 17th, Cheetah Pompano. Cheetah Palm Beach is having a sexy Daisy Dukes and Boots party on Wednesday, the 24th, 2 weeks from today. Free Tex-Mex lunch special, 11:30 till 3, $6 Jack Daniels shots, a platinum VIP card giveaway, and a sexy Daisy Dukes contest at 7 p.m. with a $500 giveaway. That is Wednesday, the 24th at Cheetah Palm Beach. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hamburger.
Hey, was my my internet crapping out during that when we were talking about The Sopranos?
I noticed at the beginning of that segment that you froze a little bit, but I just kept talking.
That's what I figured you were doing because my screen kept going black and I was getting these
Yeah.
weird blips. It looked like my electricity was like surging in the house. I never lost, but I saw that you were elongating, and I'm like, oh, he's doing a good job here because
I noticed
yeah.
when I picked up on your facial cues, like when you're having internet connection, obviously I can kind of tell, but I can see your face where you're like you're about to come in with like, hey, do you have me here? But I just kept going. I kept going.
Yeah, you
That's
did a
why I
good
went into
job with
Game of
that.
Thrones. I know you don't want to talk Game of Thrones, but that's why like I just launched into Game of Thrones.
No, you did a perfect job with that till I got everything reconnected. So somebody puts on the chat aftershock. You know, there was an aftershock last night. There was an earthquake aftershock in the Gulf, same exact spot. It was like a 4 point something. I didn't feel anything, but there was an aftershock last night. Yeah.
Shit. No, I didn't see that.
If you're still using Sportsbook to bet on the finals, you're getting robbed. It's time to delete that app and join millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against.
Yeah. Hey, after that though, once you were back, literally 0 hiccups with your internet.
Yeah.
Like you were fine.
Prediction market for basketball's biggest stage.
A little flesh for Lulu?
Love this song.
How do you know this song?
It's on my 80s playlist.
Really? This is like an obscure 80s hit.
You know, I love the deep cuts.
Do you? Why do I see Jimmy on my video feed in the waiting room?
Jimmy wanted to log in. He was off today, but he's done with what he was doing. He wanted to log in and just be part of the show behind the scenes, do a little work behind the scenes.
Jimmy, you have a day off though. What are you doing signed in?
There you go.
So he's paying as much attention as he does when he's here.
Incredible. That could not have worked out any better.
That was funny. That was legit funny. Is he frozen or is he just not listening to us?
I feel like I have to side with the latter, just based off precedent here.
Because I don't know if he was moving though. That was funny, man. Oh, he is moving. I see him now, but I still don't think he's listening to us.
Yeah.
Huh. Jimmy, can you hear me? What is he doing?
You there, Jimmy?
Oh, he says he can't hear. He's pointing his headphones. He can't hear. Is he putting in hours for this? Like now he's getting paid?
I believe he will be. Yeah, I believe
so great.
That's the plan.
He's got a little button-down shirt working. He's showing some chestage.
Yeah.
You can hear us now, Jimmy? Bring him up for 1 second. You've already derailed the show enough. What are you doing?
No,
No, you're good, Jimmy. You're good.
okay. No, because I figured out that the tab was muted, so that's why I couldn't hear you guys.
Got you. How come you have a little button-down shirt working? You got the chest meat showing. You're looking good.
Thank you.
All right. So what are you going to do? You're going to, because you signed in, you're going to put in hours for today?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Just checking. All right. Take the day off. You don't have to sit around and watch this crap.
I told him, hey, you're good, man. You have the day off, like all good, but he wants to help out behind the scenes.
All right. Help out behind the scenes. We'll keep you behind the scenes. Have you enjoyed today's show from whatever you've heard?
No, I'm kidding. Yes.
That's actually a good line. So SI did this ranking. Did you see this, Solana? They ranked the NFL's 32 backup quarterbacks for next season.
Oh, I did not see this. I did not. I'm very excited to see where Quinn Ewers is, though.
Okay, so there's 32 backup quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Now, you'd have to know every backup quarterback to make a real educated guess as to where your team's backup stands. But give me a spitball idea. Where do you think Quinn Ewers would rank as backup quarterbacks in the NFL?
Out of the top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say.
You want to know the top 10? I'll give you the top 10 because he's not in the top 10.
All right.
Jameis top Winston. 10. Pardon me?
Is Jameis Winston number 1?
He's number 4.
Okay. All right.
So the best backups. 1, Joe Flacco, Bengals.
Boom. Agreed.
It's fair. Can bring him in. He could be your starter. I mean, we've seen it. Makes sense.
Yep.
Number 2, Mac Jones, San Francisco.
Earned that last year.
Okay.
McCorkle Jones earned it.
Number 3, and this depends on who you think the Falcons starting quarterback is going to be.
Right.
Number 3 is Tua.
Who's going to start? But that's fair.
Which makes sense. By the way, I would probably have him 1 over Joe Flacco. I think.
2 over Joe Flacco, Hawk?
How old is Joe Flacco?
Yeah, no, he's 173 years old. He's prehistoric. He's still a better quarterback to this day than Tua. He is older, but is more likely to stay healthy than Tua. And he can throw the ball 10,000 miles. Tua can't throw it 35 yards.
Okay, fair. 2 at 3, though, seems right to me. Jameis is 4 with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the backup or is he third string? He was third string last season, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. They also don't they have Tommy Cutlets over there? But Russell Wilson was starting, then it was Jackson Dart. But since Russ is not there anymore, I think I could see Jameis being the backup next year to Jackson Dart.
Number 5 is Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, I was wondering if Kirk Cousins wasn't top 3 on this list, then they have Kirk Cousins starting and Mendoza as a backup.
Then you've got number 6 is Spencer Rattler in New Orleans. That I don't agree with. Number 7 is Tyson Bagent in Chicago. Not necessarily certain that I agree with that.
We're getting we're getting to the Tyson Bagent realm. That's no good.
Number 8, Justin Fields in KC. Number 9, Jarrett Stidham in Denver. Saw him at the end of the season last year.
Awful. If he's 9, then the rest of this list is just butt.
Number 10 is Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis.
Yeesh.
So now you know the top 10. Where do you think Quinn Ewers falls?
I'll stick with where I was going to say 18.
18, by the way, is, I'll just tell you 18. 18 is Marcus Mariota from the Commanders.
So he's lower than I'm saying he's like higher on the list than Marcus Mariota in the way you don't want to be higher on the list.
Correct.
So don't tell me he's 32.
They have Quinn Ewers as the 31st backup quarterback in the NFL.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
That seems crazy, right?
There's no way.
The only backup quarterback in the league that SI has listed worse than Quinn Ewers. Cade Klubnik from the Jets.
Oh, come on, man. The rookie out of Clemson? That's crazy to me.
They have Quinn Ewers at 31, and what they write is, with Tua Tagovailoa struggling again amid a losing season in 2025, the Dolphins made sure to give their rookie quarterback an early audition for 2026. It seems Ewers didn't do much in his 3 starts to impress the organization because the team went out and signed Malik Willis to be the new starter. However, it didn't help Ewers' case that the team added a new GM, new head coach as well in the offseason. Ewers, a 2025 7th-round pick, completed 66.3% of his passes for 622 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in 4 games played. I don't know how they're coming up with that. If he's the 31st backup quarterback in the league, then Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel should be tried on charges. They've got...
He's a 7th-round pick, though. I'm all for the win it to win it.
He didn't look like he didn't belong out there in the 3 games he started.
Yeah, I think the last one he played, that Week 18 game, was pretty bad.
No one wanted to be out there,
right? But his first game, I feel like we all came away saying, okay, all right, fine, fine. We almost talked ourselves into Quinn Ewers, second best Quinn in Miami, being the starting quarterback this year. Like, whatever, we're going to tank anyways. Let Quinn Ewers go out there and just sling the pigskin around.
Well, they've got just under him now at number 30, Joe Milton for the Cowboys, then Kyle Allen for the Bills, Tommy DeVito for the Patriots. He's the Patriots backup quarterback. How's Tommy DeVito a better quarterback than Quinn Ewers?
That's crazy, man. Mason
Rudolph for the Steelers, number 27. Jake Browning, the Bucks, 26. Nick Mullins, Jags. Kenny Pickett, Carolina. Ty Simpson, the Rams. Mitchell Trubisky, the Titans. Teddy Bridgewater, 21 with the Lions. He's the backup for Detroit?
Yeah. Remember, he signed there late last season.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the backup, though.
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley, number 20 for the Ravens. Andy Dalton, 19 for the Eagles. Mariota, I told you, 18. Drew Lock, 17 for the Seahawks. Tyrod Taylor, 16 for the Packers. Trey Lance, 15, Chargers. Gardner Minshew, 14, Arizona. I guess they're assuming Jacoby Brissett's going to end the holdout.
Of course they are.
13, J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. That's a slap in the face to J.J. McCarthy that he's the 13th best backup quarterback.
And Hawk, I think that's way too high, by the way. Way too high based on what we've seen out of J.J. McCarthy.
Shedeur Sanders, 12 for the Browns. Davis Mills, 11
The neck.
for the Texans. But yeah, Quinn Ewers ranked 31st best backup quarterback in the NFL by SI.
That's crazy. Just crazy. Hawk, call me a Dolphins homer all you want. There is no way there are 30 better backup quarterbacks in the NFL than a dude who got actual game reps last season. And again, like, you know, he didn't prove that he was going to be a starter, but he looked fine. Like, he looked okay. He looked serviceable in his first 3 games as a 7th round
He wasn't
pick.
embarrassing, which is all you want from a 7th round pick who gets thrown in at the end of the first season that he's an NFL player. You don't want him to look embarrassing. He didn't look embarrassing.
Now give him another camp with a new head coach playing under a different style of quarterback as the backup. Like, he knows what his role is this year, by the way. I mean, you're telling me he's the 31st backup quarterback? No shot.
That's what I is saying.
No shot.
We've got one 4-pack of Marlins tickets to give away this afternoon. Marlins and Giants, June 20th, which is Flanagan's Fest Day at Lone Depot Park. If you want to win the 4-pack, you've got to be listening at 5:20 this afternoon. 5:20 this afternoon is when we will give the next 4-pack of Marlins tickets away. All right, we're going to take a break. 4 o'clock hour is next here on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
And he kicks people in the penis.
I would like to have a live cam of Jimmy up during every commercial break where we just can watch Jimmy. But I don't want us up. I just want everyone to be able to watch Jimmy. Jimmy, you just go about your business. Do whatever you're doing. You know, if you're going to blow dry your hair, blow dry your hair. If you're taking notes, take notes. But we'll keep a live cam of you up during all the commercial breaks. Okay.
No problem.
But keep it clean. All right. No, no funny business.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to see you on your OnlyFans account.
What'd you eat today? What'd you eat at lunch?
We went to this place called El Churrasco. Really good place.
It's called El Churrasco
Yes.
or El Churrasqueria?
No, El Churrasco.
Okay. What'd you get?
Well, we all got like 3 pounds of meat, like a platter. Like different kinds of meat, like churrasco, chicken, chorizo.
All right.
Yeah, it was really good.
At the casino at Dania Beach. Enjoy every match, food and drink specials.
Or your sides.
Don't miss Fin Zone 305 July.
We actually had fries on my end.
Of course. There you go.
It was really good.
You got some carbs in you, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And protein.
Jimmy, tell everybody something that they have never heard from you, like something nobody knows about you.
Williams City's Miami.
All in savings at Kendall Toyota. All new trucks and all time selling Camry and Corolla sedans.
I got to think about that.
All right. I'll get back to you next commercial break. You let me know.
All right.
Giving gooses galore, yeah. But 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. From sprints to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hochman, Crowder, Solana. Get ready for some more.
All right, here we go. 4 o'clock hour. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Jimmy's off today. Crowder is off today. It's just me and Solana. If you watch the video stream on YouTube or Twitch, you just get to watch Jimmy in his bedroom. Did he do anything? I wasn't here watching. Did he do anything? Did he have any activities?
He just stared into the camera for about 8 minutes throughout that entire commercial break.
All right. I like that. Are you in your bedroom, Jimmy? Is that where you are? Bring him up for 1 second. You in your bedroom?
Yes, I am.
All right. It looks like everything's very organized. Usually when I see little glimpses of your bedroom, it's very haphazard.
Yeah, it is.
Did you clean your room?
Yeah, the bed's made.
But like the dresser behind you, usually it's just like overflowing with like papers and wrappers and boxes. Like it looks like it's very organized.
Yeah, the papers have been thrown away. Everything's clean.
All right. Are you a hoarder?
No, I am not.
All right. Just checking. Anyone in your family a hoarder?
No.
Keep a clean house?
Keep a clean house.
All right. I like to hear it. All right. We'll check in with you in the next commercial break. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Let me give you the stock market report. Start out the 4 o'clock hour here. That's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Absolutely brutal day on Wall Street. It's been bad for most of the week. The Dow Jones finishes down 953 points today, which is a massive point drop. It's almost 2%. S&P 500 down another 1.5%, 119 points. The NASDAQ down another 2%, down 509 points. So a very ugly day on Wall Street. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. All right. There is a game tonight. You got an NBA Finals game tonight, Game 4 from Madison Square Garden. We've got Marlins action tonight. We're giving away Marlins tickets, 4-pack of Marlins tickets at 5:20 this afternoon. So you're going to want to be listening for that. Let us begin the 4 o'clock hour with headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
Couple NBA Finals notes regarding the game tonight. So for Game 3, there was a barrier all around MSG. Obviously, the president was going to be in attendance. He was in attendance. So it was just extra security because of that. But it looks like because all of the nonsense and extracurriculars that took place following the game the other day, they're going to be doing the same thing for Game 4. Also, did you see who's performing at halftime of tonight's game, Hawk?
I did. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan will be performing at halftime of the game. It's an event.
When I say Wu-Tang Clan, you followed up with what?
For the kids. Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't
nothing to
there you go.
Mess with. Yeah. A big get, man.
Well, they're all about New York.
Also, we talk about Celebrity Row at the games, and everybody's fascinated with Timothée Chalamet. Everybody loves Spike Lee high-fiving everybody. You see that Ben Stiller is reportedly filming a documentary through his iPhone about his experience at all these games, because he was on the road too. He went to San Antonio. He was sitting courtside. He's making a documentary for HBO, according to Page 6, on his iPhone about the entire NBA Finals experience.
So I read that today, and it's amazing. Obviously, the rich get richer, right? Ben Stiller, he's sitting there courtside, and I think he's a very funny, very talented guy, so I'm not begrudging him. But He's sitting there courtside. He can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. And now it's like, oh, by the way, we'll pay you $500,000 if you document your experience being a Knicks fan going through the NBA Finals courtside.
Right.
Or $1 million or whatever he's getting from Apple or Netflix or whatever. And you just go, man, like what? How's that fair that he's going to make all this extra money just by being a fan and documenting it on his cell phone? But then I'm like, I'll probably watch it though. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I probably will watch it too. Here's my thing though, Hawk. Are you a Knicks fan or are you a Knicks content creator? Honestly, like and Ben Stiller's been going to these games. Like he tweeted about the Knicks. I remember when the Heat played them in the NBA playoffs in 2023. He was big on social media. Like he's obviously a Knicks fan. I get it. But it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, literally. The last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, won the NBA Finals was 1973. I don't know. Ben Stiller was probably just born, right? He's probably in his 50s or in his 60s. Once in a lifetime opportunity. And you're sitting there on your phone the entire time playing director, playing Steven Spielberg instead of watching the game. So I don't get it. Are you a Knicks fan or are you not? Are you a basketball fan or are you not? Pick a lane.
Speaking of basketball, did you see Tim Reynolds' tweet earlier today regarding the Heat and Giannis?
I did not.
Tim Reynolds from the AP says, not much to add on Giannis watch day 5,206, but I can tell you this. There is a growing belief in some corners that the Giannis trade, if it happens, of course, will also include Bobby Portis. Now, he's not making that up out of the thin blue air.
Right.
So he's getting that from someone. Tim Reynolds, I would say, is a pretty good reporter, works for the AP. That would lead me to believe that someone within the Heat or Bucks organization has told him, yeah, the deal's being worked on, and Bobby Portis will end up with Miami as well.
I mean, whatever it takes at this point, right? But I will say that I remember a clip. I remember playing it on this show, but right after the season, Bobby Portis talked about how Giannis, he needs a strong culture. And maybe Bobby Portis knew something, Hawk. Maybe he's known something for quite some time. I don't know why. I have this feeling that this trade is going to be massive. This trade is going to involve multiple teams. Like it's going to be one of those trades. People are sick of the
Milwaukee obviously needs to get everything possible in return that they can for Giannis.
Right.
And
people are so sick of it too, man. The Giannis stuff.
I know.
Like
I know.
Sick of it.
I know. I do think it's going to happen, though. I think it would be. I think everyone would be caught flat-footed, including Riley and the Heat, if Giannis isn't wearing a Heat uniform next season.
Yeah, because I had seen something Windhorst said. I don't know if it was yesterday or earlier today, which basically he was saying that if Kel'el Ware were to get shipped to Milwaukee in this hypothetical trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was saying, like, if I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, he was talking about the Lakers, I'm making a phone call to Milwaukee. I'm on the phone with Milwaukee to see what they want for Kel'el Ware, and that he could see that being a situation. So, I mean, who knows, like, what teams are going to be involved where when it's all said and done. But this is going to happen either the day before the draft, we'll find out, which is a couple weeks from yesterday, or on like the draft when the Heat are on the clock.
I will tell you, too, and it makes sense, obviously, to make it happen before the draft, but I will tell you that's a self-imposed deadline by the Bucks. They don't have to make a move before the draft. They said they want to, and it would make sense, obviously, if you know the direction of your franchise and the roster. That way you don't end up taking Shabazz Napier. We've seen that play out before, but it is self-imposed. I mean, they don't have to. If they feel like, hey, they get to draft day, and they go, listen, we think if we hold out longer, we can end up with better. They have the right to do that.
Yeah. I mean, they do, but they're taking a massive gamble because
Sure.
once teams select players, especially those lottery picks, once they select players, they bring them in, they work them out, and then you kind of start looking at what your free agency options are. Um, the Bucks have the opportunity to take the player that they want. If they trade with one of these lottery teams, if they trade with the Miami Heat, they can take the guy they want, not the guy that they might have to end up taking because they waited until after the draft. I mean, I get what you're saying. They could feel like the tide maybe has turned a little bit, or that there's one team still trying to figure out how they can add some extra draft capital. Jaylen Brown, while he's not off gallivanting in China, does that relationship sour even more once free agency starts? Like, you don't know, right? Like, who knows what could end up happening? But to me, Hawk, it makes all the sense in the world. If you're Milwaukee, forget about the Heat for a second. Just in general, get the extra pick, get the lottery pick, or get the extra pick in the first round, and you acquire the player that you want and the players that you've been scouting throughout this entire process. If he's not wearing a Miami Heat jersey next season, it is going to be a long, long summer.
I would say, because someone had put on the chat, do we call for Riley to retire if he swings and misses on Giannis? I think Riley would probably be considering it himself, because this, I think, is like his final swing for a ding dong.
You think this is it? This is his last AB?
I don't think it's his last AB, but how many chances do you get to really reel in perhaps a top 5 player in the in the NBA? Like Jimmy Butler, it was a whale, but he wasn't a top 5 player in the NBA. Not an elite superstar. Giannis is an elite superstar. How many opportunities do you get to reel someone like that in? So I'm not saying that this is it for him, that he's walking away, but I do think there are finite opportunities to get someone of this caliber.
Yeah. And the backlash is going to be crazy. My only thing with that, though, is, Hawk, like, we've talked about it so many times. Sometimes certain teams just don't want to deal with you. And this could be a situation just like the Portland Trailblazers.
I wouldn't understand it, though. What would the Bucks, other than, shipping Giannis into the East, staying in the East, like what would they have? I don't know what Joe Cronin had against Pat Riley either, but I think that was more of an FU to Dame Lillard on the Blazers' part.
And what if the Bucks want to do the same thing? Oh, you want to go to Miami? All right, we're shipping you off to Sacramento. Enjoy Sacramento for the entire year.
Right.
All right. Just to finish out your headlines, NBA Finals tonight. Los Madrilens are in action tonight as well. They beat the Diamondbacks yesterday. They'll play them again tonight, 6:40 p.m. You can listen to the game right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. And, of course, you have the World Cup starting tomorrow. I cannot wait.
Oh, didn't you say you have some picks to make for World Cup?
Yeah, I was telling you earlier what I like in tomorrow's game for sure.
But I thought you said yesterday that you wanted to do a segment where you were going over some of the World Cup stuff.
Yeah, we could do that if you'd like. I have some of the favorites in the World Cup.
I'm just looking at it on the Hard Rock Bet app. So Spain is the favorite to win the entire thing.
Spain by far has, in my opinion, and obviously the favorite, the best roster at the World Cup. A lot of people think this is their World Cup to lose. Them or France, who probably have
Spain,
the second highest
plus
odds.
450, France is plus 500, then Portugal, England, Argentina, Brazil. Where's the USA? USA is plus 7,500. I'm imagining they'll get a lot of action just because Americans like to bet for their team, but
a lot of action, like people taking flyers. I don't think anybody.
Yeah. Where I go, I'm going to put $50 on USA to win the cup.
Right. So here's the thing with Argentina.
USA to qualify from group stage. Yes, minus 525. Huge favorite. USA to win Group D, plus 140.
Plus 140?
Plus 140.
That's something to consider. I don't think they're going to win the group, by the way. I don't.
They are the favorite at plus 140. Turkey A is plus 180. Yeah, I'm going to embrace Turkey A. Paraguay plus 350. Australia plus 750.
It makes sense that they're the favorite, but I could see a scenario where the U.S. Hawk gets grouped, so they don't even get out of the group stage. I'm not saying it's likely to happen, but I could see it. I don't think they're a lock to make it out of the group as those odds say. I really
Well, what
don't.
do you think the favorite is? Stage of elimination for the USA. Round of 32, last 16, group stage, quarterfinals, semifinals, runner-up to win it.
Round of 16 is probably the favorite.
So it's round of 32 plus 190. Last 16 plus 250, group stage plus 350.
That surprises me because I feel like a lot of people have high hopes for the U.S. to, at the very least, get to that second knockout game. You know, like get to that second knockout game
on the Hard Rock app. Total number of goals scored in matches on June 11th, which is tomorrow. How many matches are there?
2 games tomorrow.
Would you like to guess what the over-under is on total goals scored tomorrow?
The total over-under set at 5.5.
4.5.
Yeah. I'd probably go over. I think Mexico will score 2 or 3 against South Africa tomorrow. I really do. I think the vibe
Mexico
is
a minus 1.5 favorite tomorrow. If you want plus 125, you just want to bet Mexico to win outright tomorrow. They're minus 250.
Yeah, I have this feeling that Mexico is going to handle. And look, they're massive favorites, so it's not even like a bold take. But at home, opening match. Just go and handle business against a South African team that I don't think is very good.
Knicks tonight, by the way, still a 2.5-point favorite over San Antonio.
What's OG Anunoby's point total set at today?
OG Anunoby is, you want to take a guess?
23.5.
16.5. Sounds like you like the over there.
I was hoping it'd be around 20. I was going to say under. But this dude's been scoring, man. He's been scoring.
How about your boy De'Aaron Fox?
Oh, under. Doesn't matter what it's set at. Under.
What do you think?
16.5, same thing. 15.5.
14.5.
If De'Aaron Fox could hit a shot, the Spurs would be up 3-0 in the series. They'd be up 3-0. I'm hoping he has like that one game. He comes out.
He's going to have one game.
You think so?
Yeah, big shot last game, but he's going to have a game.
It's funny. We're ripping him. Literally won the game the other day.
Yeah,
but
and the biggest shot in the game.
He's got wide open 3. It's almost like the Knicks are just letting him shoot. Like, oh, De'Aaron Fox in the corner. Yeah, he's not making anything.
Yeah.
All right, Hawk. Your weather in South Florida right now. It is 86 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to upper 70s. That's brought to you by our friends at Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right. If you're watching the video stream, you'll be able to watch Jimmy throughout the entire commercial break. And just keep him up there, live stream of Jimmy. So whatever you're doing, Jimmy, you just go about your business and just know that everybody's watching you. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito. We dance the day away with a little salsita. And when we want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Take advantage of your Pricito now on all of your favorite Hyundai models, like a new 26 Tucson, Elantra, Santa Fe, Palisade, and more. And every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Get the best value for your money with easy financing and fast service. You'll always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Visit them at DoralHyundai.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Woke up this morning, got me some gabagool. Then I woke up the next day and got some gabagool.
I am not muted.
Good contribution there, Jimbo. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Let's go, everybody. AMA with Jimmy. Go ahead.
Q&A. Let's do the Q&A. I think Spain wins it all, to be honest with you. Yes, I speak. That's tough because I like a lot of movies. That's tough, but I have to say croquetas, but for breakfast. I never had a glizzy from Sam's Club before, just the ones from Costco. Star Wars over Star Trek. I'm going to say New York pizza over a pub sub. Never watched the Mandalorian movie. I've seen the show, but I haven't watched the movie. I do not clap when the plane lands. I never tried the Hochman burger. No, I did not shout the plane, the plane. I'm going to say 114, 110 Spurs. Tie the series. I have not seen He-Man yet. Has it come out yet? I love me some Frosted Flakes. One of my favorite cereals. No, I do not drive a Honda Civic. I'm not big on Rice Krispies, but I do love the Rice Krispies treats. %. You have to eat that quick.
Wildly enjoying to watch Jimmy. Just a live cam on Jimmy during the commercial breaks. All right, Jimmy, we'll see you at the next break.
Got it.
All right. It's a truly dreadful shirt he's wearing. I mean that with all due respect.
His favorite shirt.
Barry Jackson in the Miami Herald, he just posted this like 20 minutes ago. I don't know if you saw it in the Miami Herald. He did 10 news reports about Giannis and then his thoughts on each of those reports. So here's a few of them. He writes, ESPN's Brian Windhorst, quote, the team to watch here is Miami, and Giannis, I think, wants to be in Miami. We all saw that from Windhorst.
Right.
Barry Jackson, his quick thought, someone who has spent time with Antetokounmpo did not remotely dispute that relocating to South Florida is appealing to him, though the source didn't know how he stood on several other cities linked to potential Antetokounmpo offers. Barry Jackson writes, what's interesting is that unlike with Damian Lillard 3 years ago, Giannis and his agent have opted not to leak the teams to which he would sign an extension, a move that would discourage potential suitors that are of no interest to him. And we know Dame got in trouble for doing that, and all the players around the league got warned. More from Windhorst. The Heat badly wants Giannis. The Bucks want a package of established talent, prospects, and draft picks. The Heat can offer that. Whether they can be beat is another story. Barry Jackson writes, quick thought, the Heat's at-all-cost bid for Antetokounmpo, short of offering Bam, is known by the entire Western Hemisphere. Substacks, Jake Fisher, suggests no deal will be made until after the finals. His story said, at this point, the only two teams that I've really heard that are actively pursuing Giannis with deals and some type of framework that the Bucks are at least entertaining are Miami and Portland. I've had multiple people tell me today that if Milwaukee really was getting to the finish line of a Giannis trade to Miami or anywhere else, that they're calling New York back and saying, are you sure you don't want to put Karl Anthony Towns in a trade for Giannis?
I just don't understand that from the standpoint of what does Milwaukee get out of landing Karl Anthony Towns?
I mean, if they want a mix of veteran talent.
Right, but New York doesn't have the draft capital. So, yes, you're getting an all-star caliber player for sure. Cat is that. He's playing phenomenal in these finals and throughout the playoffs. Like, I'm not saying this to diminish Cat, but you're starting a rebuild around Karl Anthony Towns. To me, I can't wrap my head around that. Now, if the Knicks are saying we'll send you Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, which they're not, like obviously they're not going to do that, then okay, right? And you have two really good players that you can start to build around and do some work in free agency. But that's not going to happen. The Knicks don't have draft picks and a lottery selection like the Miami Heat do, plus a young player in Kel'el Ware that they could potentially get more picks for. So I don't understand the New York thing that much. I get why Giannis would want to be there, and I get why the Bucks would hear them out. But if you're the Knicks, you're going to mortgage, a title contending roster to go get another ball dominant player who takes it out of your best player's hands. Like, I just can't wrap my head around why any of that works.
ESPN's Tim McMahon says Oklahoma City or Houston could outbid Miami. I don't think either are likely to. And Barry Jackson writes, that's consistent with what we have heard. The Rockets, who were viewed as a potential suitor, had not pursued a deal as of a few days ago, according to a source. ESPN's Tim Bontemps. I don't think the Celtics are trading for Giannis. I don't think that's the kind of move they're going to make. I don't think Jaylen Brown's going out in a deal like that. I just don't see how Minnesota gets a Giannis deal done. I would be stunned if the Thunder ever made that trade. Those are some other opportunities, obviously. Barry Jackson says the Heat has had plenty of bad luck through the years with Chris Bosh's blood clots, Alonzo Mourning's kidney problems, and all that surfacing in the prime of their careers. But the reported lack of interest from Boston and OKC is fortuitous for Miami because either could top a Miami offer.
And that is very true. Very, very true.
Brian Windhorst says also, Portland has sniffed around. I'm not sure that Giannis is extending in Portland. Barry Jackson says there's delicious irony there with Portland refusing to trade Lillard to the team that he preferred and Giannis reportedly giving the Blazers pause because he seemingly wouldn't commit to a new contract there while he very likely would commit with the Heat. Tim Bontemps again from ESPN. The Heat have a fine package. I would say that if Giannis winds up on the Heat, it's either because he put his thumb on the scale and says, I'm only going to play for the Heat, which frankly, to this point, Giannis has shown no sign to do any of that stuff. And I would not anticipate that happening. The other part is if teams are just wary of outbidding Miami, because I think there's other teams that decide if they get in the mix, I think all have enough to outbid the Heat if they choose to actually say, we want to go down the road with Giannis and sign a guy who's going to be on the team until he's 36 or 37 with a gigantic contract on the books and some of the potential long-term downside that would come with it. And Barry Jackson writes on that, but all it takes is one secret team to emerge from the shadows and make an offer. That's why cautious optimism is warranted for Heat fans, but supreme confidence would seem excessive. That's the only thing that gives me pause on this as well, which is you get down to it. Milwaukee calls these teams at the end. Hey, we are announcing a deal with Miami today. Boston, Houston, OKC, whoever they call. We're announcing a deal today. And so then if you're the general manager or the team president, you get the owner on the phone, you get your personnel people on the phone, the head coach on the phone, you go, hey, this is it. Bleep or get off the pot. Giannis, our last opportunity is today. And all it takes is one person to say, you know what? Let's get him. Like, that's all it takes.
That's what happened with the Bucks and Damian Lillard.
Yep. You didn't hear about them at all.
Nobody thought they're 2 years or they're one offseason removed from an NBA title with Chris Middleton and that entire squad. And all of a sudden, we're waiting for the Woj bomb at the time or the Shams bomb that was saying Damian Lillard is joining Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo in the Miami Heat. And in the middle of the show, Hawk, I mean, we were dumbfounded with not just the fact that Dame wasn't coming to Miami, but the fact that he was going to Milwaukee, which none of us thought was even a possibility.
One more from the Athletic, Sam Amick. Bucks GM John Horst is very good at going in bunker mode. I talked to a team today that had wondered from their conversations that maybe he was in a pinch as far as like real strong suitors that Miami was putting itself so far out of in front of the rest of the field that the Bucks weren't getting the type of package that they were hoping for. And Barry Jackson, his quick thought, one scout said he believes the Antetokounmpo market has been smaller than some might have thought because teams in the 9-10 play-in game will have the same lottery chances as teams with the 3 worst records for at least the next 3 years. Some teams are thinking twice before shipping away a bunch of future firsts.
Yeah.
A new team would also be expected to give him a 4-year, $275 million extension, which also will give some franchises pause for thought. Do you think when it's all said and done, let's say Giannis ends up with the Miami Heat and you've given up, 2 future firsts and this season's first?
Yeah, 2 future first-round picks, probably 30 and 32 or 31 and 33, and the lottery selection for this year's 2026 draft. And then the package Barry Jackson says everybody is aware of on the Western Hemisphere likely includes Tyler Hero. It likely includes Kel'el Ware. And I think most people expect it would include one more player, whether that be Jaime Jaquez Jr., whether that would be a Pella Larson, a Kaspris Yakuchonis, a Niko Jovic, at least one more of the Heat's young, promising players.
Now, do you think any Heat fans would be angry when it's all said and done if the Heat end up with Giannis and have literally gone all in? Because you're going to have to give him the $275 million contract. You're going to give up future first-round draft picks and this season's first-round draft pick, and you're going to give up talent. Whether you're done with Tyler Hero or not, or annoyed by Kel'el Ware or not, you're giving up talent. You're giving up starting talent. Do you think it's going to be well-received? Heroes welcome for Giannis. Everyone loves the deal.
Everyone, no, because I think there's a lot of people who are saying, why are we trading all of this for a player who is likely entering the back end of his career, has dealt with a plethora of injuries that have kept him off the court, and hasn't gone on a deep run in the NBA playoffs since he won the title in 2021. And Hawk, like, to those people, I understand it, but you nailed it yesterday perfectly, which is we're the 10th seed this year. And if you're somebody who is, which I think is everybody, unanimously upset with the Heat running it back, then you can't be upset when they swing for the fences, given this franchise's history. Given the franchise's history and them actively telling you, not once, not twice, but every time they get the opportunity, we will not tank. We will that is out of the question. We will not tank. Then you have to get that out of your mind. They're not going to tank. They're not going to trade everybody for picks and be bad for 4 or 5 seasons. This is how they want to get better. And they're going to swing for the fences every opportunity they get. I think some people will be mad, but the majority of fans, I think, will welcome Giannis with open arms, man. It's been a while since you've had that caliber of player.
I would.
A long time.
I told you I would have traded Bam for him during the season.
Yep. And I think most people would have. By the way, Hawk, there were people when Jimmy Butler got dealt to Miami. I think the Heat, what that package was Josh Richardson and a first-round pick, I think is what it ended up being. And I think that's it. Maybe I'm missing like a second rounder in there. But Jay Rich and a first-round pick. There were people calling that a bad trade. there were Heat fans criticizing that move, saying you gave up too much for Jimmy Butler. And look what it led to, bro. Look what it led to. So if you think the Heat are giving up a lot for Giannis Antetokounmpo, if this is what ends up being the trade or some derivative of it, fine. But you're getting one of the only players in the last decade who has single-handedly taken his team and gone and won an NBA title.
This is the price. This is the price for elite superstars. I mean, that's the price. You don't get bargain basement elite superstars who still do have. I understand what you said, where he's on the decline or at the tail end of his career.
I don't think he is, but
he's still a great player. Like, by the end of the contract, will he be long in the tooth? Sure. He's got great seasons left ahead of him, though.
Maybe, but look at LeBron. I'm not saying Giannis is LeBron. LeBron is one of one. But how many times have people been saying LeBron James is entering the final, years of his career? They've been saying that since he left Miami. Oh, he's got 3 years left in Cleveland.
We did about Tom Brady for years as Dolphins fans.
Yeah, so, I don't know what's going to happen with Giannis. Maybe he comes here and he pops his Achilles game one, like with Gordon Hayward. Who knows? I don't know. But I want my team taking that chance. Bring the top player here and then figure it out. But, yeah, we can't be hung up. And I'm the biggest Heat homer. I know I am. But we can't be hung up on a team that was the 10 seed this year, that lost in the play-in tournament. You can't do that anymore. You can't be a team that's satisfied with being in the play-in year after year.
By the way, to me, there's folly in, well, listen, I don't want to give up the team for Giannis because in 2029, I might be stuck with an aging Giannis who's not worth the contract. Like, what? How about we worry about 2026, 27? Right. And then 2027, 28. Like, you'd hold up the deal because 3 years from now, you don't want to be stuck with an aging superstar. Like, okay, so you get mediocrity again for the next couple of seasons. And then what? Hope to steal a superstar the way that Luka got stolen by the Lakers? Like, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it does not happen. It genuinely doesn't happen.
Somebody emailed Ira Winderman in the Sun Sentinel. The Ask Ira column. When will the Giannis Antetokounmpo question stop? And this is such a great answer by Ira. When the Bucks make their decision. They, not the Heat, not Giannis Antetokounmpo, remain the ones who hold the cards. The Bucks hold all the cards. He is right. The Heat have offered what they can offer. They can't offer anything else.
But
when
that's
the Bucks decide to accept it or don't decide to accept it, then it'll be done. It's all up to them.
It's hard. But I remember doing this with the Jimmy Butler situation. It is hard for an organization. We've almost become desensitized to these big trades, right? Because every sports fan wants to see these monster deals happen. You want to see these monster trades happen, and it happens now a lot more than it ever did. So we've almost kind of just become used to these things. But Hawk, it is massively hard for teams to let go of the face of their organization. It's not just, oh, I'm getting back some solid picks. Like, you have to sell your franchise to your fan base after trading the greatest player in the history of that franchise, or at least in the past half century, who won a title for you, who you've sold t-shirts for, who you've marketed, who you've advertised, who you've told them will be here for the rest of his entire career. Like, it's a big decision. It's huge. So I get it from the Bucks situation. The problem is he doesn't want to be there. So do you want more of the mess and the chaos that you had the last 3 months? I don't think they want that either. That's even tougher to sell to the organization or to the fan base.
And somebody puts on the chat, and now a 9 and 10 place team has a better shot at the first pick. This is going to be bad for the Heat. I don't know if they're saying it's going to be bad because the Heat would have a chance at the top pick, or it's going to be bad because teams have more draft capital to give up. But all I'm telling you is, to me, if you're, hey, I don't want to give away draft picks because you have a better shot at getting the top draft pick, even if you end up in the play-in like the Heat have done. You could end up with Zachary Risachet. Like, that's a gamble. There's not very many Victor Wembanyama's coming out in the draft.
Yeah, but what is it then? What genuinely, Hawk, what is it? Because we've talked about this before. Heat fans and Heat Twitter is saying something needs to change. The Heat are stuck in play-in-ville. They're stuck in the mud. They're on the hamster wheel. Playing tournament is unacceptable. So, like, what is it? You want to change and you want them to take the hacks?
You want to get Giannis for free. You don't want to have to give up everything for Giannis. It's a silly notion.
Okay. Right. And it's just not realistic. Like, what world are we living in? Let's live in reality here. Okay, yes. Could this come back to bite you in 2030 and 2032 if Giannis Antetokounmpo is no longer here? And yes, it can come back to haunt you. But so, like, the Heat traded picks for LeBron James because it was a sign and trade. They traded Michael Beasley, who at the time, like, now it's funny to think back about that. But at the time, you thought still had a very promising career ahead of him. They didn't select in the first round for years during the Big Three. And then they went to 2 NBA Finals within 6 years of LeBron James leaving the Miami Heat. Like, they figured it out. Teams will figure it out. But you can't say, oh, they can't be in the play-in tournament anymore. It's unacceptable. And then they're trying to go get the big star that's going to keep them from being there and then be upset about it too because of picks 7 years from now.
Adam Schefter from ESPN reports there is a record deal in the NFL. The Chiefs are adding 2 years to Patrick Mahomes' contract, tying him to Kansas City through 2033 at a value of $504 million, making it the first NFL deal valued at over $500 million. All right. Got to take a break. 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour and your chance to win Marlins tickets, a 4-pack of Marlins tickets. 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is next.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Is there any possibility that Billy the Marlin is a bird?
Jimmy, get real close to me.
Is that close enough?
No. Excuse me. No, turn to me.
Maybe I'll probably pay off some bills if I had $500 million. Yes, I have. I've been outside the country before. The furthest I've gone is to Italy. I'm not an animal. I put the toothpaste on a toothbrush. Chicken strips. Cruise was a lot of fun. It was very relaxing. Had a great time with the family. No, it was not Carnival. Just the Bahamas. It was only for the weekend. No, he doesn't. We just have fun with each other. That's a tough question, but I'm leaning more towards McDonald's over BK. But I do enjoy BK every now and then. I am not. I'm just going to enjoy it from the comfort of my home or somebody's house. Not yet. We don't have a graphic for that yet. Or if ever. Thank you. I got it last Thursday. That I ever witnessed sports moment was the 97 World Series Game 7 when we won it in the 11th inning. But watching it on TV is the Ray Allen shot. Yes, it did, and it was hot as hell. Yes, I can tell very much I have fans. Oh, 1000%. I can read Spanish okay, I'm not the best at that. Yes, I remember watching that on TV when Shaq came in with the truck and scoring at everybody with the water gun. Unfortunately, I don't drink cafecito. Costco 100%. I am not 58. I am younger than that. And yes, I will celebrate once the Knicks lose tonight. And when they lose the series. That would be funny, but I wouldn't do that to Vlad. I don't live down the street from it, but I don't live far from it. No, I was too young. I didn't get this. I didn't get to watch the Dolphins play at the Orange Bowl. I was only like a year old. My go-to is the Big Daddy burger, and for the appetizer would be the garlic rolls. No pets. I do not own a pets. My siblings do, but I don't.
I know what time it is. Working all day. Yeah, that's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the mundo. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pickle bar champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yo, that boy did it. Played for the Finns, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. Loves avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper from the Shy, Kane alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up, and like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's right here.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. Jimmy did a Q&A during the commercial break for the video stream. People love Jimmy. Jimmy, you found yourself a little something going on. Did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Have a fan club.
He's answering every question that's asked of him. Very interesting. All right, go beat it, Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah. ABC and ESPN delivered the largest NBA Finals Game 3 audience since 1998.
Wow.
With 23.8 million viewers. Had a feeling. The combination of it being in New York at Madison Square Garden and Victor Wembanyama. Like, that makes all the sense in the world. 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour. We're going to give away Marlins tickets in 15 minutes. 4-pack of Marlins tickets in 15 minutes. 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour. Every match, every moment, every pour. You can watch every game this soccer tournament that starts tomorrow with $4 pregame Pilsners, $15 pitchers, exclusive soccer ball chalices. I mean, nothing better than drinking out of a chalice. And they've got albums and stickers, too, with drink bundle specials. It happens every day during the soccer tournament in the tap room while supplies last. Every match, every moment, every pour. Also at Funky Buddha, they're raising a glass to all the father figures out there with an epic day at the tap room. Dads, you enjoy your first beer on them. Plus, they're going to have special whiskey flights and menu options to choose from. Reserve your seat for Father's Day at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park today at Open Table or at funkybuddha.com. And, of course, they've got their pregame Pilsner as well. Funky Buddha's new year-round release, pregame Pilsner, a crisp, easy drinking Czech-style lager built for good times and great company. And there's going to be a lot of sports going on with the soccer tournament. You got basketball tonight, hockey tomorrow. You can watch it all at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park, and you can enjoy yourself a pregame Pilsner while you do. All right, let's get headlines for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour, brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito. When we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
I got to start with this story that you kind of got to a little bit, Hawk, in terms of right before we went to break, I should say. But Patrick Mahomes is getting paid with a capital P in paid, not Patrick.
Gotcha.
The Chiefs are adding 2 years to Mahomes' contract, as you mentioned, tying him to the Chiefs through the 2033 season at a value of $504 million, making it the first NFL deal valued at over $500 million, according to Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter, who are collabing on a story, which I always find that very fun whenever they do.
Well,
that.
they're on the same network now.
Right. Yeah. $500 million.
He's worth it. He's worth it. He's taken the value of that franchise and increased it exponentially. He is worth every penny.
He has 3 Super Bowls already, right? Do I have that right?
Yeah. 3 or 2.
I think he's played in 4 and he's got 3 already.
By the way,
he's played in 5.
How many?
I think he's played in 5.
Is that so? So I was asking in the last segment, are there any Heat fans who are going to be upset if they pull the trigger on a Giannis deal? Somebody texted in, yes, I am absolutely one of those people. Why are we trading the entire organization for someone past their prime? And the answer is, if you believe he's past his prime, the answer is because what are you holding on to?
Right.
That's like, I can't, it's, you have a house that you want to sell and you want to move into this new neighborhood, but you can't afford that new neighborhood. There's another neighborhood, used to be the best neighborhood in your city. And you go, you know what? We could get a house there. And you don't like your current house. It's outserved its usefulness. Well, do you say, well, I'm not going to sell this house because I'm going to stay here, even though I don't like it here, and the house doesn't suit my purposes anymore because I can't move into that mansion that I want to move into? Or do you say, yeah, you know what? I'd love to move into that mansion. I can't. I'm going to take that house over there, though, that, maybe is 3 years past its prime, but still better than the place that I'm in.
Right.
And so I don't understand. Yes, you're giving up your organization, but why would you be holding on to it? You're a Heat fan. Did you have fun watching the team this season?
Even if you did, even if you like the idea of the young guys getting better, I mean, let's be honest here. They were the 10th seed.
That's all they were.
We have to be honest about it. I mean, I like this team, by the way. I genuinely like the guys in the locker room. I think Kasparis Jakučionis can be a really solid player in the league. I think Niko Jovic is a lot better than he was this year. I think Pelle Larsson and Jaime Jaquez Jr. could be quality role players on a really good team. But none of those guys are going to help you win an NBA title alone. None of them. Even as the most passionate Heat fan.
The person who texted that, just respond to my my answer there with, I'm the guy who texted what you're talking about. Why make a move for the sake of making a move, even if it's wrong? Did you ever see the money pit? Just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good. Grass is always greener on the other side because it's fertilized with manure. Here's my answer to you. Again, what do you mean the grass is always greener on the other side because it's fertilized with manure? Are you suggesting that the Heat would be worse with Giannis Antetokounmpo than without him? Are you suggesting that they wouldn't be a 10 seed in the East if you add Giannis and subtract Tyler Hero and Kel'el Ware? Because I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. If that's, in other words, I don't believe most of the time in making a move just for the sake of making a move. But when you are stagnant and there's nothing going on. There is no hope of doing better than what? The 8 seed? The 7 seed? And by the way, getting Giannis is not making a move just for the sake of making a move.
Bingo.
Getting Giannis is getting a superstar in the NBA, a finals MVP, a champion. That's not making a move for the sake of making a move. So I disagree, Texter. I can't imagine that if you were in charge of the organization, you would say, you know what? I saw enough last season. I'm a little leery of Giannis because he missed a lot of games. I saw enough last season. I'm going to keep it as is. That's crazy talk to me. And somebody texts in on the chat right now, he's not a superstar anymore. Yes, he is. You are delusional if you don't think Giannis Antetokounmpo is a superstar in the NBA. You are delusional.
I agree in principle with that notion. Don't make a move for the sake of making a move.
Sure.
Hawk, how many times have I said on this show, Heat fans over the past couple of years have wanted transactions for the sake of transactions. We love transaction talk. You love the Shams bomb, including your team. And I've always thought, I remember a couple summers ago during the Jimmy era, everybody was saying the Heat needed to trade for Jeremy Grant. Do you remember this? Jeremy Grant was like the talk of Heat Twitter for 2 months. And when Miami didn't make the move for Jeremy Grant, and there was never any reports about it, people talked about how, oh, this team doesn't want to get better and they don't want to maximize the Jimmy window. Trading for Jeremy Grant and giving up draft capital for him is making a move for the sake of making a move. You could argue trading a first-round pick for Terry Rozier was making a move for the sake of making a move. And I'm cool of being critical of that. But you're right that Giannis is not the player that you're making a move for the sake of making a move of. Is he the same guy from 2021? Maybe not. This dude is a superstar. Like, go look up his numbers. Even this year, he wasn't on the court, and I know that's concerning. I'm with you. But even this year, when he's on the court, he's one of the best top 5 players in the league.
There's no questioning it. Like, literally one of the top 5 players in the league. So I don't understand the logic of pretending that he's all of a sudden fallen off to a place that, you know, you'll be lucky to get 20 quality minutes out of him. That's crazy talk. Like, it's crazy. Then you're just not watching Giannis, or you're only watching at the end of the season when he didn't do anything this season, but they shut him down too.
Yeah, something weird's happened here where I'm cool with anybody bringing up Giannis's injuries over the past 2 seasons. Like, I get it. That is concerning. But something weird's happening here where people are talking about Giannis like if he's some washed up bum.
Yeah.
And those people obviously aren't watching the Milwaukee Bucks. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't watch the Milwaukee Bucks either.
And they were terrible this season.
Right. Like, I don't blame you, but you're talking about a guy who is literally, when healthy, a top 5 player in the NBA. The numbers back that up. The metrics back that up. The box score numbers, if Crowder was here, would back that up. You are out of your mind if you think Giannis is washed. Do you have to be a little bit concerned with the injuries? For sure. For sure. I'm with you. But, what are we doing there? You're trading Tyler Hero in the alleged trade, who isn't available either, who played less games than Giannis.
I was just going to say, if you're so worried about not being available because of injuries, then you want to get, so what do you want to do? You want to get rid of Tyler and also bring no one in? I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else do you have in the headlines? I don't want to get bogged down in Giannis talk. I want to talk NBA with Zach Gelb here in a moment. I want to give away these Marlins tickets also.
I was going to hit you with a World Cup trivia just to kind of let our beak a little bit before the tournament. But quickly before I do that, the NBA Finals tonight, 8:30. The Marlins do play following our show, 6:40 start time. The pregame show with Steven Strom begins at 6. Jack McMullen will be on the call. And, of course, Stanley Cup Finals Game 5 shifts back to Carolina tomorrow. Series is even at 2 games apiece. Hawk, it's time for a little cup date.
The cup is here, and we've got updates. This is the cup date. on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
Ronaldinho.
Hawk, which country has won the most FIFA World Cups?
I'm going to go with Canada.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Uruguay has to be up there, right?
They have won 4 world titles, but just 2 FIFA World Cups. So they are not up there. They are not in the conversation. Only 8 teams have ever won the tournament.
If the 4 were World Cups, would they be up there?
Yes, they'd be tied for second. They would.
All
be.
right, then I know who it is. Jamaica.
So close. So close.
I thought I had it.
Yeah. Should I bring in Jimmy here to see if Jimmy knows? Jimmy, would you like
Jimmy knows
to
this
give it a
for
go?
sure.
Give it a gander?
I would say Brazil.
That is correct. Brazil
Pele
has the most World Cups. Do you know how many, Jimmy?
6?
5. They've won 5 World Cups.
Good guess.
They've won 5 World Cups. I'll hit you with a little bit more trivia in the 2:00 hour tomorrow with Crowder when he's back tomorrow, right before the World Cup, to get us going. I got some easy ones. I got a couple more difficult ones. So study up tonight, Hawk. Watch a YouTube video.
You want to try me on one more real quick?
Yeah, I've got a couple more here.
All right, one more.
Who is the only player ever to win 3 World Cup titles?
The only player ever to win 3 World Cup titles. I'm going to say Pele.
That is correct.
Yeah, because Brazil had the most, so I was just doing deductive reasoning.
Yeah, good job by you. Which country hosted and won the first ever World Cup in 1930?
Uruguay.
That is correct, Hawk.
I'm a good student. I mean, you say it once, I'm going to know it.
Yeah. And which player, these are all easy, which player scored the Hand of God goal in 1986?
Freddie Adu.
That is your pre-World Cup trivia.
Who is that? Maradona?
Yeah, Diego Maradona did in fact score the Hand of God goal against England in the 1986 World Cup. Do you know which
What was
African
worse?
country?
Refs missing that or the foul on Jalen Brunson by Wemby in Game 3?
Yeah, I think it's the foul on Jalen Brunson for sure.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. You know which African country is the only one to have ever hosted a World Cup?
I'm going to say Egypt.
Incorrect. I'll give you a hint. Vuvuzela.
South Africa.
South Africa, which is the team playing tomorrow against Mexico, the host nation.
Look at that.
In the first World Cup. Quickly, your weather, because I know you have to give away these tickets, Hawk.
Yeah,
your weather.
let's do that real quick, and then you can do the weather.
Go ahead.
All right, a 4-pack of Marlins tickets for Marlins Giants on June 20th. Caller number, how many World Cups did you say Brazil has won?
Let's do caller number 5 then.
All right, caller 5, 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller number 5 gets the Marlins 4-pack.
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 85 degrees. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
Zach Gelb in the next segment on Hard Rock Bet. Everyone's invited to this party. Doesn't matter who you are, your name is on the list. So sign up with a Hard Rock Bet today. Bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. A winning bet plus an extra $150 to bet with. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Of course, Hard Rock Bet, they give you new promos every single day. So open up the Hard Rock Bet app right now. See what you've got waiting for you. NBA Finals tonight. I mean, how you gonna bet it? How you gonna get it done? However you want to shoot your shot, you can do so on the Hard Rock Bet app. That is Florida's sports book. And soccer's biggest global tournament kicks off tomorrow. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's home for all the action this summer. who's lifting the trophy, who's taking home the golden boot, which nation will make a surprise run. Bet on everything from the opening match tomorrow to the final whistle of the tournament. You do it all on Hard Rock Bet. USA kicks off the tournament against Paraguay on Friday, and that means same game parlay if you so desire. You can do goals, assists, corners, however you draw it up. Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same game parlay. And one other thing, the Freedom 250 fights go down this Saturday. I think it's Sunday at the White House. Isn't it Sunday? I think it's Saturday. I think it's Sunday. Jimmy, do you know if the 250 fights are Saturday or Sunday? Because I have it wrong in one of my commercials based on this information.
Let me check.
Let's see. Freedom 250. Anybody know? Anyone?
It is on the 14th.
Which is Sunday, right?
Yes, it's Sunday.
All right. Fights are Sunday. Just wanted to make sure that I had that correct. But anyway, you can bet them on the Hard Rock Bet app, Florida's way to bet MMA. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Any sandwich oblong is going to be better than a circular sandwich. That's just facts.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Edmore Sawgrass Buick GMC's entire inventory is on sale and all backed by Morse. Click EdmoreSawgrassBuickGMC.com to start shopping. GMC, we are professional grade.